So, what is up, brothers? What is up? It's your dude, Mr. International Passport. We are here yet again for another Future Classic live stream. First and foremost, when you come on the live stream chat, please like the video. Um, please make sure you hit the super chats, support the channel. Join the Patreon for intel on how freaky Kenyan women are. That's on the Patreon. A brother previously broke it down. You want to hear it? Aside from that, again, if you want the Japan, Germany, right, and Spain streams, okay, get me to over 100 followers on Twitch and Kick, and you will get those streams. Okay, so Twitch and Kick, get me to over 100 followers on those platforms, and you are guaranteed those streams. Okay, so aside from that, okay, IT consultations, make sure you book it via the Kindly link in the description box below. Cop the merch to support the channel, etc., etc. And of course, look out for my upcoming Python course coming early next year, where I'll be teaching brothers Python yet again. And shout out to my recent graduates. It was a pleasure teaching you, brothers, and I'm looking forward to teaching new people in the coming 2025 year. Okay, so let's get straight into it. Okay, so we have a very special guest here today called Mr. Sham, okay, who has kindly offered to come on the channel to share his intel in regards to his time in Nairobi, Kenya, okay? And he's going to break down, the whole 9 yard, woman, we'll talk about cost of living, everything that you need to know to have a successful trip in Kenya, okay? So let us get straight into it, okay? Mr. Sham, how you doing today, bro?
I'm good, IP. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, bro. I'm doing fantastic, bro. Thank you very much, bro, for coming on the channel to share your intel. So, bro, give us a brief intro as to who you are, where you're from, and anything interesting about you, bro.
All right. So I go by Sham Goes Global. Well, primarily I'm just a regular guy, just like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, nothing. I wouldn't say is too much special about me. But at the end of the day, I'm just a man. So I don't know. I really don't know how to how to go about that one exactly. But yeah, I'm just your regular, average, everyday guy.
Awesome, bro. Awesome. So let's start with this question first, bro. Okay. Kenya. Okay. Can I ask you why you decided to go there in the first place, bro? What was it about Kenya that drew you to Kenya in the first place?
Okay, so I was seeing a lot of guys on like YouTube and stuff traveling. So I've been in the traveling, I guess, niche for a while. And I don't know, it was just something about Kenya that just piqued my interest. It's like it gave me a sense of just belonging in a way, just as the videos that I would watch, it would just be like, okay, like people can actually live their lives and they can actually do things. So that was like one aspect of it. Also, something else was I had took a DNA test, right? So there's this thing called 23andMe in the States, and it linked me back to a pharaoh that was in Egypt. So that also was another reason, for my wanting to travel to Africa, period. It just really opened my eyes to like, wow, like it's a lot of history that I don't know. And, it just really made me research like, okay, where am I from? Who am I? Like, I know, the African American slave trade and transatlantic slave trade and all that stuff happened. So I don't know, it's just it was a sense of belonging. I say like that really kind of made me start that search.
Incredible, bro. And so it appears that you have royalty in your blood.
Yeah, right. That's what. Yes, sir.
Incredible. Incredible, bro. So where were you in Kenya? Were you in the capital city of Nairobi, or were you in a different place, bro?
So I had actually traveled to a few different cities in Kenya. So I started in Nairobi. I was out there for about 2 months. Then I spent a month in Mombasa, and then I spent a couple weeks in Nakuru.
Okay, awesome. Okay, wow. Okay, so we have a lot of info there to discuss. Nakuru, Mombasa, Nairobi. Awesome, bro.
Mm.
So now my first question to you is accommodation. So when going around those different cities, brother, was it hotel you're staying in? Was it Airbnb? Break it down for us, bro.
All right, so it was mostly Airbnb. Yeah, most Airbnbs. Hmm.
Okay, and how much did it cost you per day in Kenya? Was it cheap? Was it expensive in those cities, brother? Break it down.
So the way that I went about it, ended up going like month to month instead of like day to day or by week. So it cost me anywhere from like 750 to 1,000 USD, like for the full month, which is decent. And these are in like the best areas too. So yeah, it wasn't too expensive.
Damn. Okay. Interesting. So now, so brother, overall for your trip costs, right, including accommodation, flights. So actually, how long were you in Kenya for? Actually,
Oh, I was out there for about 3 months. What the
three
90 days. So I was out there for 90 days.
3 months. Okay, bro. So for your overall, okay, let's break it down into two questions here, right? Your overall accommodation, how much did it cost you for those 3 months?
Oh, so overall accommodation, you talking about just like flight, Airbnb, like living expenses, all that stuff?
No,
Or you
just your like hotel accommodation and
oh,
Airbnbs.
yeah, that ranged about like 2,500, around 2,500.
Okay, and brother, your overall trip in Kenya, how much that costs? Flights, food, hotel, everything in total.
It was a little over five, but you definitely could do it a little under 5,000, but you could definitely do it under that though. It just depends on like where you want to stay and the time you book your flights, just doing your due diligence on all that.
Awesome, awesome, bro. So next question for you, right? So you're in Kenya, a predominantly black country, okay? But I want to know who actually runs that country. Is it black Kenyans that run the country? Is it black male Kenyans, black men? Or is it foreign people, the Chinese, white people, Indians? Who runs
Oh,
Kenya, bro?
oh yeah. Okay, so let's get let's get to the meat and potatoes. All right, so it's the Chinese, definitely the Chinese, and you got like an undertone of Indians, but definitely the Chinese. Like if you go to Nairobi, you'll see a whole bunch of Chinese people. I'm talking about building apartment complexes and just like working like side by side with the Kenyans. It's like it's damn near like a small little China. You know what I'm saying? In a way.
Whoa, but you're telling me that China runs Kenya?
In my honest opinion, from what I've saw in my travels, yes, it's kind of like that. Now, don't get me wrong, Kenyans definitely, they run their own thing, but it's definitely heavily influenced by the Chinese.
So, brother, aside from what the Chinese are building there, right? What other things did you see about the Chinese that made you think, okay, these guys have a foothold running Kenya behind the scenes?
They have okay, so they have like their Chinatowns, they have their markets, they have businesses, they have like car services, car washes. They basically have like just structured certain things in place, into the Kenya, what the fuck am I saying? Excuse me, IP, my bad, man. I'm kind of nervous right now, bro. This is my
So
first time.
good.
But yeah, man, they just kind of, embarked and just placed themselves in Kenya a certain way where it's like they kind of, they run things. So
Flipping heck, bro. What's happening there in Kenya? Okay. That's not a good look, man. That is not a good look. Oh
mm,
my goodness. Tell me what black people are running in China. I mean, at some point in time, these African countries, right, gotta stop sending themselves out and build it internally. It's crazy, bruv.
yeah.
Wow. So, brother, on that note, right, even though China runs Kenya, did you feel like disrespect from Chinese people towards black people there, towards you?
Personally, I didn't feel any disrespect, but you definitely could tell that they were there for the money. I'm not gonna lie. Like they didn't really care about the culture from what I could see. It's just like, all right, give me money, give me money, give me money. And then it's like they would, I don't know, it's different when you have Chinese people in America, you have Chinese people out there. I say they're a little bit more, understanding than they would be in America, but at the same time, it's still not like a thing where it's we are trying to learn your culture. We're trying to, kind of intermingle with you guys like on a personal level. I feel like it's just strictly business with them.
Okay. Okay, bro. So next question for you, right? So you're a Western brother. in Kenya, in an African country, right? How
Uh,
were you treated there? In terms of treatment, like were you respected as a Black American man? Did you get any disrespect from anyone, regardless of their race? How were you treated as a Western Black man there, bro?
oh man, I call Nairobi heaven on earth, man. Heaven on earth. I'm talking about the first time in my life that I could say I honestly felt like just a human, not just like a black man. Like you don't feel like a black man when you're in Kenya. Yeah, just like the utmost respect from the Kenyans. Yeah, man, it's just made me honestly want to move to Kenya. I have a place in Kenya now, so yeah, it's definitely changed my perspective on a lot of things. Just my relationships, even with people in America, it's like I view things differently. It gave me just a whole new perspective, man.
Awesome, bro. Fantastic. So, brother, in terms of investments, right, and doing business in Kenya,
Mm.
did you see any opportunities there that Black American men can take advantage of, in Kenya and maybe do business there and do investments there? Any sort of opportunities for business, bro?
Oh, absolutely. It's a lot of business opportunities. You have things that they really need in Kenya that they don't have that we basically take for granted out here. I'd say you got opportunities in real estate, and the real estate is definitely affordable. You have opportunities in just businesses, like any type of business idea that you have. I say it could be very possible in Kenya, and the people are also very helpful. So you could definitely start a team out there.
Wow, incredible, bro. Incredible. So, brother, in terms of like people, right? Tell me more about Kenyan people. How they're like as overall personality wise, brother. Are they extroverts? Are they introverts? Are they kind people? Are they nasty people? Break it down for me, bro.
Oh, Kenya people are the best people on earth, in my opinion, man. They're very welcoming. They're very understanding. And honestly, they didn't even know. Well, some people didn't know. Let me put it like this: some people didn't know that I wasn't Kenyan, and that's like another part where we were just talking about like how they treated you. It's like they treat you like they're, what I'm saying, they're your family and you're one of them. And yeah, man, they're just the best people on earth, in my opinion, and that's just how I'm gonna look at it. And I'm gonna say it.
Awesome, bro. Awesome. So tell me, how do you meet people and make friends there in Kenya? So you were there for 3 months, right?
Uh,
How did you make connections there? How did you meet people there? How did you network out there, brother? How did you make friends out there? Break it down for me, brother.
Okay, so making friends out there is actually pretty simple. It's a few ways you could go about it, though. That's what I would say, but also be very cautious too, because just like if you're doing it how I did it, you might need to, be a little be a little weary of that. But the way I did it personally was before I even went out there, I had made a few connections through like the apps and all that type of stuff, and like just so I could have some type of basis when I get there, so I just don't be, just by myself and not knowing anybody. So that's kind of how I got my feet wet. And then after that, I got introduced to other people through that. And then that's kind of how I started my journey.
Awesome, awesome, bro. Fantastic. So now, brother, in terms of like transportation, right?
Mhm.
Tell me how do you move around in Kenya? Is there like a fully effective working bus system, train system there, underground system there in Kenya? Or is it Uber? Is it motorcycles? Break it down for me, bro.
Okay, yeah. So you have your what's they boda bodas, like the little motorcycles. You have the Matatus, you have Uber, you have this thing called Glovo. It's just like okay, you have a variety of ways to get around in Kenya. I say Kenya is very westernized when it comes to transportation.
Nice and
Hmm.
awesome, bro. Awesome. And brother, what did you use mostly out there in Kenya?
Oh, Uber, yeah, Uber definitely. Yep.
And how much did Uber cost you in general, bro, per
Uh,
trip?
depending on how far you wanted to go. A Uber ride could be like $1.50 to maybe like $5-6 if you're going an hour away.
Okay, awesome, bro. Fantastic. Um, so, brother, tell me about how you use cash out there. Is Kenya a cash society? Is it cashless? Break it down for me, bro.
Okay, you could use cash, but like personally, I was using M-Pesa. So M-Pesa is basically like a application that comes on the phone. And I will also advise people, if you're going to Kenya or you're planning to go to Kenya, get a Kenyan line, get a Kenyan phone once you get there, and then they'll already have M-Pesa on it. So yeah, M-Pesa is kind of just like I say Cash App in a way in America, where you just like have cash on hand, you can load it up, you can go to a little kiosk, put money on it if you don't want to carry the cash, and then money is basically just on your phone.
Wow. And brother, how do you spell that, please?
M-Pesa is M-P-E-S-A.
M-P-E-S-A. Awesome, bro. Okay. So next question for you, right, brother, is now in terms of food, right? Tell me
Yeah.
how Kenyan food is like. Did you like Kenyan food? If so, what was your favorite cuisine out there?
Okay, Kenyan food was okay. Me personally, I like a lot of spice, and sometimes some of the foods could be like more so bland, but I like the chapati, and surprisingly, I like the ugali as well, like the goat. Yeah, I really like that.
Okay. Awesome, bro. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So why did that come up? What's going on there? Okay. So, brother, food, right? How much did it cost you per day for food? Or was it expensive? Was it cheap?
Just depend. Well, it really would just depend on how I want to go about it. Like, if I was cooking, or if I would have my girl cook, or you know what I'm saying, if I wanted to do like Uber Eats or something. Uber Eats, I'll spend maybe 10 to 20 bucks. If like KFC chicken in or something. And then if I was just getting groceries for the week, I'll probably end up spending about $20, $30.
Okay. Awesome, bro. Awesome, awesome. So, next question for you, brother, right, is in terms of like cost of living overall. So, when you compare, don't know where you're from in the States, but when you compare where you're from in the States, right,
Mm-hmm.
and the cost of living in America, right, which
Mm-hmm.
is cheaper, which is more expensive, break down cost of living in Kenya compared to America.
I say Kenya is 3 times cheaper than it is in America. I can compare it to being mm, maybe like 2010. Yeah, like 2010 America. Yeah. But that's just the city though. Like Nairobi would be like 2010 America, and then everywhere else that I've been would be like early 2000s America when it comes to cost of living.
Okay.
Mm.
Awesome. Wow. Interesting. Okay, bro. So, next question for you, right, is now in terms of safety. So, is Kenya a safe country? Or did you feel some sort of danger in the daytime, nighttime, by yourself with friends? How safe is Kenya?
Oh, Kenya is definitely safe. You have a lot of security. I'm talking about security everywhere. Like everywhere you look, it's a security guard, which is actually, a good thing. And yeah, I felt safe. Like I felt safer there than I did in America, actually. That's
Okay.
like seriously, bro.
Wow. Okay. Um, so any sort of racism from the Chinese, from Indians out there, from non-black people out there? I know there's a lot of white people there in Kenya, right?
Uh,
Or even from Kenyan people themselves, did you experience any sort of discrimination, any sort of hate from anyone there?
I wouldn't say I experienced like blatant racism, but fr- I say from like the Caucasian tourists and stuff, like they'll be looking a certain way, like, oh, what are you doing here? You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like it's that type of vibe, like, oh wow, like we're here on vacation, like you're not supposed to be here, blah blah blah, type thing. I don't know, bro. It's just a very very interesting feeling when it comes to mingling with them out there.
Interesting. So how did they know you were American?
You said what?
How did they know you were American?
Oh, when you speak, definitely when you speak.
So you tell me that white people are looking feeling some type of way about a black man is released in a black country. That's how entitled they are, bro. You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah. Some,
Weird.
I would say some, but not all. Some, but not all.
Flipping weird, bruv. Like, go back. No, it's what I'm saying. Like, it's the disrespect. You know, the subtle things they do. We're sick of it, man. It's weird. That's like me going to a European country, right? Let's say like Sweden, okay, and then I see a white American there, and me being angry that a white American is in a white country. Come on, I ain't gonna do that.
Yeah,
You
right.
know,
Yeah.
it just infuriates me, bruv. Infuriates me. So, Bobby, so you're saying you got love from the Kenyan people?
Yeah, definitely. Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So when it comes to culture, right, and when you compare, so culture, so is Kenya a conservative culture, or is it a liberal culture, or is it a mixture of both, brother?
I would say it's a mixture of both, or it's becoming a mixture of both. Yeah.
In what way? Why is it a mixture of both?
Okay. So you have your Western influences, of course, but you also have your traditional, aspects of things. So it's kind of like a clashing of the two in a way. And it's very prominent. Like you can really see it. Like if you step foot in Nairobi, you'll be able to see like, oh, okay, like some people act this way, some people act this way, like from the older people even down to the young, but they still have their culture though. You get what I'm saying?
Yes. Okay. Interesting. But do you see any sort of agendas happening in Kenya, like rainbow stuff, feminism?
Oh no, 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 no. Nah, none of that out there. I didn't see any of that.
Good. Good. Okay. That's what I want to hear. Well done, Kenya. So, brother, in terms of lifestyle, right? Um, break down for me, okay, the lifestyle you were living there in Kenya. Were you living a high class lifestyle? Were you living a middle class lifestyle? What kind of lifestyle were you living as an American with these dollars out there in Kenya?
Oh, definitely a high class lifestyle. But I also tried to kind of, do a mix of like a middle class lifestyle. Just if I was to actually live there, I did a comparison. So you know how if you go to a place you wanna, oh, I wanna do this, I wanna do that, I wanna live it up, I wanna, like ball out basically. I kind of did that for a while, then I also kind of mellowed out and was like, all right, let me see how it is to live off of like $200 this week or $100 this week,
Hmm.
and like that I managed living out there on a lower salary, or if I was to take a pay cut to live here long term, would I be able to do it and sustain myself? So yeah.
Awesome, bro.
Mhm.
What about the Kenyans? So how are Kenyans living there on average, brother? Are there a lot of rich Kenyans there, or is there a high poverty there in Kenya? Are you seeing a good quality of life there? What kind of lifestyle is the average Kenyan living there in Kenya?
Okay, so you got the good and you got the bad. Just like anywhere else in the world, you have your upper echelon, your higher class, then you have your lower class, middle class, upper middle class. Really not too much different. But I say there's definitely, like, I guess, certain areas that are more so you will want to avoid them as an American or as a brother from the UK, or but you also have those areas like Westlands and Kilimani, Kilauea, where it's like, you got your higher end places and you got your upper echelon people basically.
Okay, awesome, bro. But overall, do you feel like Kenya is growing in power and influence? You just see like there's Kenyan people that got money, living good, and that's kind of a thing that's growing there in Kenya.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I had actually went to a movie event that was um that was filmed by Kenyans and starred Kenyan actors and stuff like that. A lot of people were pulling up in a lot of fancy cars. I was talking about Rolls Royces, Ferraris. I was like, yo, they got that out here. It's like, hey man, it's lit. I'm telling you.
How did you get invited to that movie event? Was that through a friend, or was that something you were planning for when you were
It
in
was
America?
through a friend, yeah.
Awesome, awesome, bro, awesome. So, next question for you, brother. Right. So, brother, how are the Chinese and white people and Indians living there in Kenya? Do you see poor whites, poor Indians, poor Chinese, or are they all rich on
Oh,
average?
yeah, they all rich on average. Yep, all rich on average, definitely.
Wow. Okay. But brother, in politics, right? And in, did you see like a lot of black Kenyan businessmen?
Yeah, yeah, of course. You
Okay.
have a lot of black men in suits, briefcases, walking around, going to the office, all of that. Yep, a lot of
Okay.
businessmen.
That's good. Okay. Um. we want to see black people thriving over anyone in Africa. Chinese, whites, Indians. That's our original homeland. You don't see black people thriving in Europe, in America, in China, in India. So ain't no reason why they should come into our homelands, our original homelands, and be thriving there, where we're suffering in their countries. I don't rock with that. I really don't. So Kenya, keep thriving and put your people first. Put black Kenyans first. That's how it should be. Same way in China, they put ethnic Chinese people first over everything. We got to do that on our own space. I'm sick of the BS, man. So, brother, tell me things to do then, hobbies, right, in Kenya. Okay, tell me, you were there for 3 months. What did you
Yeah.
do on a daily basis? Was it gym? Was it go partying? Tell me what you can do there, that will actually take up the time in 3 months, brother.
Okay, in Nairobi specifically, a lot of partying. I'll tell you that much. Definitely in Nairobi. Nairobi is the party place. And that's 7 days a week. If you want it like that, 7 days a week, you can turn up. You got your regular stuff like bowling, golfing. If you want to go on safari, what else? They got like a giraffe center. It was a cool like little experience that I went on. And then on the coast, like in Mombasa, you got your jet skiing, you got your beach, you got your malls, of course. Basically, anything in the West, like you got the same thing out there, is really not too much of a difference. And actually, I feel like they got a lot more stuff, a lot more entertaining stuff to do, like just from the cultural events that they throw, little festivals and stuff, concerts.
Awesome. Okay, that's good. All right, and brother, in media, TV, you see it's all black Kenyan, right? Billboards, all black Kenyans.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. And that was one interesting thing too. I noticed, like when I first landed, it's like you don't see that too much in America. Like, yeah, you see it, but it's I'm talking about everywhere. It's a black person on a billboard, and I'm like, yo, this is amazing.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, brother, tell me about let's see, language. Is English enough to speak there in Kenya, or do we have to learn Swahili? Sorry, I don't even know if that's the official language. If I was,
Yeah,
I apologize, definitely anyone. But is English enough, or do we have to learn the language?
yeah, yeah. English is definitely enough. That's like their second language. Swahili is the official language of the country, but
Oh,
definitely be.
yeah, right.
They all speak English. Like everybody speaks English, so you'll be good.
So, brother, did so Swahili is an actual ethnic language.
Yeah, that's their official language.
Oh wow, okay, I got it right. Okay, awesome. Okay, so brother, tell me about the weather there in 3 months that you're in Kenya. Was it hot? Was it cold? Was it warm? How was the weather like, bro?
Okay, so like the first month I was there, it was ending like rainy season, so it was kind of gloomy. And then like the other 2 months was more so like moderate. It wasn't too hot, it wasn't too cold. It'll get like kind of maybe into the 70s during the day and in the 50s at nighttime.
Awesome, awesome, bro. So next question for you now, brother, is
Mhm.
now in terms of brother, did you enjoy the weather or was it too hot for you?
Oh no, no, no. The weather was real good too, especially since it was like cold in America at the time. It was it was definitely a refresher to just be wearing shorts again.
Awesome, bro. Awesome. So, brother, tell me about the nightlife there in full in Kenya. Okay, we want to know your favorite bars and clubs you went to, the names of the establishments you went to. We want to know, can you find a wife in the nightlife, brother? We want to know the music they play, brother. Break down the nightlife scene in Kenya from you as a brother.
Okay, so if you're going to Nairobi specifically, I would recommend Brew Bistro and the Embassy. Now, when it comes to finding love in the club, oh man, okay. Yes and no, man. Yes and no. Because you obviously have, the girls of the night that are just after one thing. Oh, you're a foreigner, and you can get got in the way, but I don't know. You can also find chill people in the clubs. If you go to like more a relaxed club, like a hookah lounge or something like that, more of a relaxed vibe rather than the club, like the club, then yeah, you could find somebody out there, you know. But yeah,
Okay.
Kenya's nightlife is very vibrant, man. I'm talking about I didn't partied in America and partying there. It's like night and day, honestly. It's night and
Okay. So, brother, tell me about. So you said brew. How do I spell that? Brew what? How do I spell that? Sorry.
BREWBISTRO Brew Bistro.
And the other one was the embassy.
Yeah.
Okay. What about clubbing in like Mombasa and the other place you mentioned?
I didn't do too much clubbing out there. That was mainly just like the beach. Like I always be on the beach drinking coconuts and vibing out. You know what I'm saying?
So, brother, what kind of music do they play in the
Oh,
clubs?
the music. Oh, so basically, you know, modern music, but also you got, you know, the African Afro beats, stuff like that, Burna Boy. Um, yeah, a lot of early 2000s music as well. You know, a good mixture of American music and a good mixture of African Afro beats.
Awesome. And do they play like American rap as well?
Oh yeah, yeah, they know every word to the American rap music, you know.
Okay. And brother, they're not saying the N word, right?
Huh? You said what
They're,
they said?
they're not saying the N word in these rap songs. They're not singing along to it, right?
I'm gonna put it like this: like a lot of the rap that will be played wasn't necessarily the rap music that has the N word in it. It'll be like a lot of R&B slash like early 2000s, like Nelly and stuff like that, where you know it's not the 2020 2024 25 type of vibe where they say the N word every other word. You get what I'm saying?
Mm. So, brother, the Kenyans you met, right? Did they say the N word to you, or were they saying the N word?
No, no, no. They're very respectful. They understand, you know, what the N word means. So, I mean, you obviously have those that do say it, but I just haven't came across it too often.
Awesome. Good, good. Okay, awesome, bro. So next question for you, right, is now in terms of um so how is the internet connections and speeds there? Because we IT bros on my end and other brothers who watch the channel, internet speed is very important and internet strength, right? How's that there, brother?
Okay, so the internet speed is decent out there. Actually, they have a 4G. You have Safaricom. That's mainly what I would use. Would be Safaricom. Um, but yeah, you obviously have your outages at times, but it's not as bad as some other places in Africa. Uh, yeah, I mean the Wi-Fi is decent, the networks is decent. Yeah, I would advise if you're doing like I guess international work or if you're doing some stuff where you're kind of remote or whatever, then yeah, Kenya will be a decent little spot for you to be.
Okay. So brother, how often was the outages in Kenya, brother?
Um, I experienced a few different outages. Actually, I had to move Airbnbs one time because of an outage. But yeah, it's moderate. I'm not gonna say it's like very common, but it could definitely happen to you, you know. But it won't be out too long. It'll be out maybe an hour, 2 hours, and then like the backup generator and get it, or you know the lights will come back on. So
Okay, awesome, bro. Awesome. So, brother, tell me. So, brother, you went to three cities, right? You went to Mombasa, you went to Nairobi, and you went to where else? Sorry,
Nakuru.
Nakuru. Okay. So, brother, can you rank those cities from one to three, from best to least best, and tell me why you ranked it number one, two, and three, brother?
Okay, one would be Nairobi, two would be Mombasa, three would be Nakuru. And I say Nairobi one because it's not too much of a difference from the West when it comes to like the vibe. So it's not a complete culture shock you'll get if going to Nairobi. I choose Mombasa too because it's just like it's not Nairobi, but it's like it has an undertone of Nairobi. It's like it's just a beach vibe. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I would rank that one number two, and then Nakuru will be three. It's that's more like the old fashioned. You know, it's not like fully developed like a Nairobi or a Mombasa, but it gives you that old school feel, you know.
Awesome, awesome, bro, fantastic. Um, okay, and brother, for a first time traveler to Kenya, what's the best city to pick?
Oh, definitely Nairobi. Yeah, yeah, Nairobi for sure.
Would you
Nairobi.
say? Tell me why. Sorry.
Okay, so like I was saying before, it wouldn't be too much of a culture shock for you if you're coming from the West, and you'll be able to get like acclimated. There's a lot of stuff to do out there. You got a lot of activities, a lot of events that go on. You know, you can rub a lot of, what I'm saying, shoulders with people. It's good for networking. It's good for, making friends, and if you got love interest, doing that, and you know, yeah, that's why I would advise Nairobi if you're a first time traveler to the country.
Brother, when you say culture shock, right? It won't be a huge culture shock, right? If you're coming from the West, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of ringing red flags to me, brother, because like we're trying to run away from Western culture. So are you telling me that Nairobi is Westernized, bro?
In its ways, yeah, in its ways it is, but at the same time, it's like I was saying when you were saying like the conservative and the liberal thing. It's like it's a mixture. It's you have that type of influence, but also it's people that stick, true to the traditional side of things. You get me?
Okay, interesting. Brother, what did you say that was Western there in Nairobi?
Okay, a lot of the way some people would dress, the way some people would talk, a lot of the restaurants. You got what, KFC, you got Domino's, Pizza Hut. What else? You got shale gas stations. I even seen a Texaco, which is crazy. A Texaco gas station, yo. So yeah, it's like you have your Western like companies and stuff like that out there. You see it in the way, like sometimes, and even like my girl, like she listens to, what I'm saying, some American music, not the bad music though. Let me preface that. Let me preface that I let me preface that real quick. Not the ski, not the, what I'm saying, Meg the Stallion, none of that. Nope, nope, nope. Like the the old school, Kelly Rowland and stuff like that, and Beyonce, of course. But yeah, it's just like they are very what's the word I'm looking for? Mm, what am I looking for? They're very like just adaptable in a way, but they also stay true to their original culture.
Okay, interesting, bro. So now, brother, tell me bad parts of Kenya that you didn't like, and do it by each city that you went to. What was the bad parts about Nairobi, Kenya, and the other? Sorry, Nairobi, Mombasa, and the other city, brother. Tell me the bad parts you didn't like, brother.
Okay, the bad things I didn't like. Oh, they're gonna come after you like, um and let me say this. I don't want to make it sound a certain way, but there's a lot of like dry begging, like, and I'm talking about the begging is kind of is different, but I understand it. It's like if you living in harsh conditions and you see somebody that you think might have money or something, then of course you're gonna try that. But yeah, the begging would be the number one thing. When it comes to Nairobi, honestly, when it comes to all these places, yeah, when it comes to all these places, maybe the dry begging and kind of like the scam, like the petty scams that would go on. I got kind of like scammed a couple times out there. So yeah, just
Okay, so carry on.
no, I was just saying just those like two things. Nothing too major though.
What scam happened to you? To break down the scam and how it happened, brother.
Okay, so I was in Mombasa, and I was coming from the water park, right? So I had like cash. Like the guy see me get cash from the register, and like I had came back, got in my Uber and all that. It was an Uber scam basically. So as he was driving, he ended the ride like before he dropped me off to my destination. So I'm not like familiar with the area. So at the end of the day, it's like, all right, so what, I'm gonna get out and just start walking in a random area. I don't know where I'm at. My phone, what I'm saying, was on what, like maybe 15, 20%. So he basically was like, "Oh, you ended the ride, blah blah blah. You got to pay me, to get back, blah blah blah. This." And I'm looking, I'm like, "Bro, it says right here clearly that you ended the ride." Like, just like little petty scams like that. And then it's like they get double the money basically at the end of the day.
Was that a common scam?
That wasn't too common. I say like the common scams would be like if you buying things, or say for instance you want to get like a cell phone or something out there. If you don't get it at a reputable place, they can sell you some like fake stuff or some phony stuff, and yeah, it's just you just got to be very vigilant out there, very vigilant on what you're doing. Even Kenyans will tell you that. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, bro. So, but my next question for you, right, is now in terms of, but what about pickpocketing? Was that a problem there?
You said what?
Pickpocketing.
Oh yeah. Pickpocketing was definitely a thing. So I would say like anybody that's coming from the West have pants or shorts or whatever that had like zippers on the sides, so you could feel if like somebody's trying to like go in your pockets, because a lot of pickpockets. I'm talking about, oh my goodness, every day you hear something about, oh, they stole my phone. Same thing if you're in the Uber. Like my girl was even telling me, like, roll the windows up, don't have the windows down, because they could reach into the car and just snatch your phone and run.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
bro. So, brother, should brothers travel alone or in a group to Kenya? And tell us why, depending on what you pick.
Okay, so me, I solo travel, right? Like, I do like the YouTube thing and all that. So I document my journey. But at the same time, for your first time, if it just depends on the type of person you are. If you feel like, it's something that you want to do personally, then I would advise going solo. If you don't like waiting on people like to get their money up, or to, what I'm saying, plan events, this and that, then I'd say go by yourself. But if you're the type of person where it's like you don't want to step out of your comfort zone too much and you kind of want to have familiarity, then I'd say go with a group.
Awesome, bro. So, brother, out of 10, what would you rate the country of Kenya before we go into the woman part?
Okay,
And tell us why.
I'd rank.
Actually, sorry, brother. Rate out of 10 the each cities, brother, you went to, and overall Kenya.
Okay, I would give Nairobi a 11. Yeah, Nairobi is a 11. Mombasa, honestly, I give Mombasa like an 8, and I give Nakuru like a 7.
Okay, and overall Kenya.
Oh, overall Kenya is 100. 100. Yes, sir. 100, 100, 100, 100.
So, brother, when you compare Kenya, right, to America, right,
Uh,
which is a better country?
okay, when it comes to economically, America. But when it comes to just overall like living, like you can actually live in Kenya. And what I mean by live in Kenya is like live your life in Kenya. People talk to each other. It's like it's a different vibe. It's, I don't know, man. You'll have a way better way of living in Kenya than you would in America, just as a black man overall.
Wow, amazing, brother. So, brother, before we go into the woman part, right? You mentioned how you have a YouTube channel. So, do you want to speak on that? And do you want to share a link to me so I can share the YouTube channel, brother, for brothers to check you out?
Oh yeah, for sure. I got you. I got you. Yeah, my YouTube channel is Sham Goes Global. Basically I just document my travels, around Kenya so far. I obviously plan on going to other places and stuff. But yeah, right now it's just mainly focused on Kenya. And yeah, I'll send you the link right now, IP.
Awesome. Yeah, if you can send it now, please, I can put in the chat.
Yeah, I got you.
Awesome. So, why does that, right? We're speaking about Kenyan women, okay, and the brother's experience there. So I'm going to ask you a very important question, Mr. Sham. Okay. And this question, Sham, is probably the most important question in the history of mankind, bro. Okay. This question, brother, is so pure and potent, it can turn water into wine and vice versa. Okay. This question, brother, is so powerful, brother, right? It can make mankind walk on water like Christ did in the Bible, brother. Okay.
Okay.
This question is so powerful, brother, right? It can cause tsunami, earthquakes, tornadoes, and it can actually split a sea into two, brother. Okay.
Okay.
The question's so well known, brother, that even aliens in outer space living on Jupiter, Mars, Saturn, and Pluto know of the question, brother. Okay.
All right.
This question, brother, is: are the women in Nairobi, Kenya, are the women in Mombasa, Kenya, are the women in the other city you mentioned, Kenya, checking heavy for Black American men, Black British men, Black Canadian men, and overall Western Black men and passport bros, bro? Break it down for me.
Okay, IP. Let me a quick moment of silence for that. Okay, so to answer your question, absolutely, bro. Absolutely. They are checking heavy. I'm talking about heavy. Yes. They're checking heavy for Americans. They're checking heavy for UK men. They're checking heavy for Canadians. You know what I'm saying? Man, just a Western black man. It's like a black man's paradise. That's exactly how I phrase that.
Damn. And before we break it down, right? So here's a brother's channel on the screen. There's a link to it. Sham goes global. If you want Kenyan intel, if you want to know about Kenya, I think the brother said he'll be traveling frequently as well. So go and subscribe to the channel. Go and check it out. Check it out, man. See what's going there in regards to Kenya. Kenya is up and coming, and I'm sure this brother has a lot of intel in Kenya. Ain't that right, bro?
Yes, sir.
Awesome, bro. Awesome. So let me ask this, brother, right? So tell me, right, why are Kenyan women checking so hard for Western black men? What is it about Western black men, right, that African Kenyan women love, brother? What is it?
Okay, I can only tell you from the woman that I've dealt with. It's mostly because it's a different vibe from their Kenyan men. You know, they say we're more, calm, we're more chill, we're more of a vibe. They're like more, I guess, aggressive or it's I don't know. Like I can only speak from my experience on exactly why they'll be checking heavy for American men. But what I will also say is if you're going on like the apps, the dating apps and stuff like that, I'm talking about, bro, you'll have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of matches. You won't even know what to do with it. I'm telling you.
Flip it. Oh, okay. So, brother, so tell me, right?
Uh-huh.
So, brother, are Kenyan women aware that Black British men exist? 'Cause we know that they don't. They know that Black American men exist. Black American men are very influential. Black men, they just love worldwide, right? But
Yeah,
are Kenyan women aware that Black British men exist, brother?
yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, a lot of actually a lot of Kenyans say that they either want to come to like the US or they want to come to like the UK, stuff like that. So yeah, they're definitely familiar with black British men.
Fantastic, bro. Fantastic. So, a follow-up question to that, brother, would be the apps, right? So you mentioned apps are good to meet Kenyan women, right? So what apps do you recommend, right, that were good to you, brother, to meet women?
Okay. You obviously got your Tinder, you got Bumble, and I would say the secret gem. This is the secret sauce. So y'all listen up. Listen. All right. All right. So the secret sauce is an app called Baidu. Yes, sir. Baidu. Well, you got of course, plenty of fish. Okay, Cupid, all that stuff as well. But Baidu is it'll definitely, yeah, it'll definitely get you right.
Awesome, bro. Okay, and brother, so what about cold approaching, right?
Uh,
Break down the cold approach game in Kenya. Did you cold approach Kenyan women, brother? If so, where did you cold approach them, and how did you cold approach a Kenyan chick? What do you say? How'd you get the number? How'd you lock it down? Break it down for me, bro.
okay, so me, I have a situation with a young lady. So, no, I didn't do any cold approaching while I was out there, But what I could advise for the fellas, just be yourself, man. You don't have to act like somebody else. Like I know in the Western society, you have to be overly, you know what I'm saying, either tough, especially in the black community, you gotta act a certain way to approach women and all of this and that. But yeah, just be yourself, man. You know, come as yourself and then they'll vibe with that.
Okay. So okay. So hold on. The best. Okay, thanks for the questions here. So, brother, tell me about the apps, right? So, I think a lot of us are big on finding wives, long term girlfriends, right? Can we
Yeah.
find any apps, or on the apps it's just a bunch of 3 or 4s for the night?
Uh, I mean, you have that. You have a mixture of that, man. You could definitely find a wife on the apps out there. It's not like America where all of the women on the apps are just like 304s. But you can find 304s on the apps too if that's what you want, you know. But yeah, you can find a wife.
Okay, hold on. Different. Let's take time some questions here. Or woman, and what was I going to say? Oh shoot! Hold on. Different races of women. Okay, so brother, okay, interesting, right? So, okay, so brother, tell me, right, in your time in Kenya, was there a particular type of woman that was always attracted to you? Was it light skin Kenyan woman? Was it dark skin Kenyan woman, brother? Tell me about that, bro.
Oh, all of them. Like you even got the white women. Like you have white women out there from Europe. You have like your real light skinned Kenyans. You have like brown skinned Kenyans, dark skinned Kenyans. All of them were checking heavy.
Wow. Okay. Interesting, bro. Interesting. So, okay. Um. Okay. So, brother, tell me about brother, right? The different races of women there in Kenya. Okay, that
Okay.
lives there, and are they all checking for brothers, or is it mostly black Kenyan chicks? We want to know if the Chinese Kenyans are checking for brothers, Indian Kenyans. I know there's a lot of Indian Kenyans there. Apparently, they made a tribe there, which I disagree with, but it's whatever. And did you see Chinese women and Indian women with black men there? Were they checking for you? Tell me about different races of women there in Kenya. Did you see them with black men? Did they show you love?
Okay, so when it comes to like the Chinese and the Indians, I didn't see too much of like the interracial mingling thing. Yeah, they mainly just stuck like to their own. Same with like the Somalis. You didn't really see too many like other ethnic groups like with the Somalis. But what I will say is you have like South Africans, people from Ghana, Nigerians, people from the Sudan, people from Rwanda, Tanzanians. Like you have like a melting pot of just different Africans. You know what I'm saying? That's in Nairobi, and man, like they're all checking, bro. They're all checking.
Wow, incredible, incredible, bro. Um, so you didn't see white women with black dudes, Indian women with black dudes, or at
No,
all?
I've seen a couple. Yeah, I've seen a couple white women like with brothers, but I think they may have been like from either the UK or the US or something. I don't think it was like a Kenyan with a white woman or a white woman with a King. You know what I'm saying? Nothing like that.
Mm. What about Indian women with black men?
Nah, I've never seen that.
Of course not.
Never seen. IP. I already know, man. Yeah, I know how you feel about. Yeah. So I didn't see one.
Oh man, classic brothers. Once again, brothers, go and subscribe to brothers channel. I post again in the chat. It's on the screen right there. Mr. Sham goes global. Check out the channel, man. You can see it's lit. Brother's got some personality there. He knows what he's doing, man. So again, go and subscribe to Sham Goes Global. That's a link in the description box there on the screen as well. Subscribe to the brothers channel. Awesome, awesome. So Sham, another question for you, brother, is in terms of tell me about Sham, right? You know, finding a wife, brother, in Kenya. Because a lot of brothers, right, again, looking for wives. Are Kenyan women wifey, brother? And can we find a wife in Kenya?
Kenyan women are definitely wifey material, man. And it's but like I will say, like anything that you do when it comes to women, you have to vet your women properly, bro.
Mm,
Like Don't just jump into something like, oh, okay, just because she's Kenyan or just because she's African, she's gonna be this submissive or she's gonna cook and clean and this and that. Like, women are women at the end of the day, bro. Like, game is game, women are women. You just have to, vet your women properly. But I would say they are definitely more wifey material than any woman that I've dated in the West. Yes, sir.
Okay. So, brother, how do you vet Kenyan women? Because I think there's a way you vet African women compared to Western chicks. So maybe you vet them all with your same criteria. Brother, so what is your criteria to vet women in general? And how do you vet Kenyan women, brother? I think that's very important for us, for us as passport bros.
Okay, so the way that I personally vet women is I just see like how responsive they are to start off. Like, are they down with my program? Like, if I ask her to do something, is she like resistant to it, or is she, just like willing to do it? Is she willing to help? Is she willing to cook? Is she willing to clean? Is she, what I'm saying, just down with my program all around the board? You know, like, no matter what it is, if it's the smallest thing, if it's something that I need, does she care? Is she a nurturer? Is, just these things, just like that's what I look for when it comes to that.
Okay, interesting, bro. So, brother, right? Like me personally, if I get married, right? When I get married, right, I want a virgin, right? First and foremost.
uh
So, can we find virgin and low body count woman in Kenya, bro? And is that common there, or is that rare there? Virgin and low body count woman there in Kenya.
okay, so I would say certain tribes you might be able to find that. Like, certain tribes you might be able to find that. um Me personally, I wouldn't say that that's the most common thing nowadays, but it's definitely possible to find a virgin if that's what you're looking for. But you can obviously find low body count women. Like, they don't give it up just like that. Kenyan women are very respectable. So
Okay, but when we say that they don't give up that just like that, was that your personal experience where a lot of Kenyan women didn't, CPV very quickly? It took a couple of weeks, couple of days. Is that what you're saying, bro?
well, yeah, you could say that. You could say that. It's not
Okay.
it's not as it's not the easiest thing. I'll put it like this. My experience wasn't like that. I do what I do. So I don't gotta I don't gotta wait too long. You know what I'm saying? But maybe for some other brothers, it might take a little bit of time, just to build up that spark, build up that connection. But yeah, man, it's definitely doable.
Okay. Awesome, bro. Awesome. So next question for you, brother, right, is now in terms of so brother, break down for me, right? Okay, the cities that have the best women from one to three. Because you were in Mombasa, Nairobi, and what's the other one? Sorry again?
Nakuru.
Nakuru. Sorry, Nakuru.
Uh,
So from one to three, who has the best woman? And tell me why. Rank it for me, brother.
okay, variety wise, I would say Nairobi. Definitely variety wise. Um, Mombasa, I would say for more traditional. Same with Nakuru for more traditional. So I would say Nairobi 1, Mombasa 2, Nakuru 3.
Oh, okay, interesting. So, but you're saying you ranked it from who has the most traditional woman, right, in Kenya, the city.
Uh, oh, well, Mombasa and Nakuru, they have more traditional. Nairobi just has more variety. Like, you will be able to, maneuver how you want to maneuver out there more than you would in Mombasa or Nakuru.
Okay, brother. Brother, define traditional for me from a Kenyan sense, from what you saw out there. What do you see out there that you think, okay, that right there is a traditional Kenyan woman, brother? Define that for me, brother.
Okay, just like gender roles, you give me like, the woman is at in the house taking care of the children, like cleaning, cooking, doing all these things, and not the I'm an independent woman, blah, blah, this, you know what I'm saying? Like, just regular gender roles, when it comes to traditional.
Awesome, bro. Fantastic. So, brother, like, pushing on from there, right? Okay. Let me ask this, okay? So, how do you spot 304s in Kenya? There's 304s everywhere,
Uh-huh.
right? And I know Kenya's in Africa, right? But
uh
there are African black chicks getting ran through by African black dudes.
oh
Obviously,
yeah.
I don't want that. So, brother, how do you spot 304s in Kenya, brother?
Okay. Honestly, if they're very westernized, that's the easiest way to spot it. Like if they are just like listening to Sexy Red, Meg Thee Stallion, if that's like their like music of choice, the way they dress, if it's like not modest, you know what I'm saying? If they showing, you know, their assets and showing, you know, like cleavage, all these type of things, it's easy to tell. Basically, a 304 is gonna be a 304 no matter where they are, you know. It's just the energy, basically. You'll be able to tell by the energy.
Interesting, brother. So you're saying that there's a way Kenyan women dress that on average doesn't
Uh,
show too much skin. And
right.
if she shows too much skin, okay, that's a red flag there. So you're telling me that on average Kenyan women just quite conservative.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
What do they wear that's conservative, brother? Do they cover their chest, their arms, their leg? They don't wear booty shorts and mini skirts. Is that what you're saying, bro? They wear long skirts and jeans?
Yeah, you have women that wear skirts. You have some women that are like actually Muslim. So they wear like the garb and all that stuff on their heads and their bodies. Um, but yeah, just like fully clothed. You know, like how you got women in the West that like come half naked and just like, whoa, like I can see your entire, you know, assets. So
So, bro, you're telling me that you see that in the daytime, women dressing like 304s.
okay, yes, I have seen it like I guess in just like in passing, like at Yaya Center. I've seen it at Westgate Mall. But not too often. It's not like a thing that I'm just like, oh wow, like she's dressed like a 304 or she's dressed like a 304. It's kind of like far in between, but at the same time, at nighttime, in the clubs, oh my goodness. The freaks come out at night. The freaks come out at night. The freaks come out at night. Yeah, bro. Oh man. But yeah, they dress like that a lot at nighttime. Yes, especially in the clubs. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but so, is that a common thing? So you're telling me that women who go to nightlives are more than likely 304s?
Definitely.
Noted, bro. Noted. Okay, carry on.
No, I was just saying definitely, bro.
Okay, awesome, bro. This is good intel. This is good intel, brother. So, brother, tell me, right? Like, you know, are there places in Kenya where you want to go to find wifey? Particular cities, particular spots? Is it library? Is it the park? Is it museums? How would you go about going to places to find wifey? Best cities to find wifey and best mini spots? Is it coffee shop? Break it down for me, brother.
Okay, I would say if you really want to find a wifey, find her outside of the city. Definitely. Now you can find a wifey in the city, you know what I'm saying? But outside of the city, like the outskirts, you know, that'll probably be your best bet. Or have a woman that like recently just came to the city and is from like, you know, the outskirts and then, you know, go about it that way. But you know, city women are going to be city women, so they're going to have the city mentality in a way, no matter where you look at it or no matter where you are. So yeah, just like women outside and in the places, I would say you can go to malls, you can go to like little events, festivals, just basically anywhere that women are. You know, just whoever catches your eye, just spark up conversation. You know, it should be that simple.
Awesome, bro. Awesome. So, brother, so going back to cold approach, right? Tell me what do I say to a Kenyan chick? Do I go up to her, say, hey, can I stop you there? I like what you're wearing. You're absolutely gorgeous. What are you doing today? Where are you from? Is that okay? Or how would you cold approach? What would you say to a Kenyan woman, brother, randomly out of the blue?
Okay, yeah. So they'll be well. First off, they'll be very receptive just off the fact of your accent. So they'll know you're like a foreigner, right? So what I would do, I just be like Sasa Naetwa, and then like introduce myself or whatever. So basically, Sasa Naetwa is like, hello, my name is. You know, that's how they say it in Swahili. Just like, you know, get like a formal, like, oh, I'm trying to learn Swahili or I'm trying to learn your culture, blah, blah, blah. And then just, you know, go from there and just, you know, just ask her what's her name and just spark the conversation that way. Give her
Awesome, bro.
compliments. You know, women are very receptive. I'll put it like that. Very receptive to foreign men in Nairobi. And it's definitely a night and day when it comes to cold approach. If you want to do it in America or if you want to do it out there, it's night and day.
So, brother, how do you then lock down the number? Would you say, hey, I love to get your numbers, I could take you out. Is that too forward, or do you have to like, you know, trying to masquerade it by saying like, hey, I'm new here. I'd love you to show me around. Do you have WhatsApp? Is that how you do it? How would you actually learn the number, bro, in Kenya?
I would advise being direct, honestly. And it's like if the woman is interested in you, then she'll be interested in you no matter what you say.
Hmm.
Like, you know, so yeah, I wouldn't try to beat around the bush when it comes to that. You could be
Okay. So carry on.
yeah, you could be just straightforward.
Okay, bro. But tell me about how do Kenyan women show interest? How do you know a Kenyan woman likes you, brother?
Oh, this is just worldwide. The way they look at you, bro. Like if a woman looks at you for more than 3 seconds, that's my rule. If she look at me for more than 3 seconds, I'm on that. Like seriously. It's like, all right, like you're looking at me now. So it's like, all right, I know what it is. So hey, I'm finna step down on you.
What if it's like 3 seconds of angry look, or you know, curiosity look,
See
weird
me,
look?
my type of personality is like if you giving me like a evil or mean look, then I'm gonna do it back at you just to see what's up. So it's I don't know. But usually it's never like that. It's never like a mean look. It's always like a smile or something, or a little, you know, playing with their hair, stuff like that.
Okay, interesting. Okay. Um, so, brother, tell me about the facial look of Kenyan women, right? Are
Uh,
Kenyan women gorgeous facially? And tell me the kind of bodies they're packing, brother. Is it slim, thick? Is it, you know, the typical African stereotype, big behind? Is it fat chicks like in America?
oh hell no.
Break down face and body wise for me, brother, on average. What they're packing both face and body wise.
Okay, so beautiful. I would say if you've ever seen Michael Jackson Remember the Time, like music video with
Do
like the
you remember the time?
yeah, yeah, like they look very very similar to the young lady that was like the queen or whatever in that music video. Like very beautiful, man, very beautiful. And you got your like body types, like you have slim, thick, definitely. You don't really have too many like big, like fat, obese women like that. Yeah, a lot of them slim, thick, or just like slim.
Wow. Okay. Interesting, bro. Okay. And what about skin tone? Like, you know, across the spectrum of dark skin, brown skin, light skin, who's the most prettiest, bro? Is it like a common thing that every shade is beautiful?
Oh, every shade is beautiful, man. I'm talking about you got your even albinos, man. Like I'm talking about the albinos don't even look the same, bro. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Okay, so so yeah, the albinos, you got those, you got the light skinned women, you got brown skins, you got dark skins. I wouldn't say none is better than the other, man. They all beautiful.
Awesome. Awesome, bro. Fantastic. So next question for you, brother, right, is now in terms of religion. So can you break down for me, brother, right?
Mhm.
Is religion taken seriously amongst Kenyan women? Did you meet a
Oh,
lot of Christian Kenyan women and Muslim Kenyan women, and were they practicing and taking it seriously and not being reform 304s, reform HOESs? Break it down for me, bro.
oh yeah, man. Religion is very strong in Kenya, man. Actually, the young lady that I'm dealing with, she's got me closer to God since I've, visited and but yeah, man, spirituality and religion is very, very strong out there. You got your Muslims, you got your Christians, It's like a melting pot in a way. Definitely a melting pot.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. And brother, how do you meet religious women in Kenya, brother?
You said how can you meet religious women?
Yes.
Church. that's the that's the best way I can put it. Church, the mosque, whatever religion that you practice, just go to where you praise the Lord, and yeah, you'll be able to find somebody.
Awesome, awesome, bro. So, Mr. Shams and brothers, once again, brothers, hit up Sham on his channel over here. I'm posting in the chat. If you want this kind of, uh, talking intel more on Kenya, I think Kenya's up and coming. I think Shams, he knows what he's talking about, right? The intel so far is golden. Matches what I've heard in the back scenes. Go and subscribe to Sham's channel right now, okay? Subscribe to a hidden gem. Okay, subscribe to Sham in the chat. Link is in the chat right there. We got over 100 people watching. I want to see Sham reach 100 new subscribers. Okay, today or tomorrow or whenever you watch the stream. Okay, over 100 new subscribers. Okay, and make sure you like Sham's videos. Okay, he's got a couple content on there. Like it all. Okay, Kenya is up and coming. So I'll be with you, right? Even I've always liked black chicks, okay, right? But even I'm getting more interested in Africa. Again, I was in Japan this time, right? Very recently. And if you want the Japan streams, if you want the Germany streams and the Spain streams, get me to over 100 followers on Twitch and on Kick, and you will get those streams, okay? And I didn't like what I saw in Japan. Like, I love Japan. It's still my top 10 countries to move to. I think it's a great country, 10 times better than UK and America. Okay, I'll be real with you. Okay, but I didn't like what I saw there in certain aspects of the woman, the culture, and I was thinking, okay, IP, you need backup plans. Okay, just in case. Okay, you need to look out other options. Okay, and I want to get more closer to black chicks. You know, and I'll be real with you, like Asian women have taken a lot of my time, a lot of my heart, but I want to get more closer to black chicks. I want to do with more black women, you know, and she may be the black woman, maybe from Kenya. So Sham's intel, right? I need this intel person as well. Okay, so make sure you support valuable intel. All right, go and subscribe to Sham. This is great intel so far. Ain't that right, bro?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Awesome. So next question, brother, for you, right, is are Kenyan women happy with a man having multiple wives, multiple girlfriends? Of course, they can't have multiple boyfriends and multiple husbands. That's wrong. That's not how it should be. But, you know, can men in Kenya have, you know, multiple women, have side chicks, brother?
Yeah, for sure, man. But also I would say you have those women that aren't down for that program, but you have some that may be down for that program. But I would say going into whatever type of relationship you're trying to establish, I would say you should have that understanding with the first woman, you know, and then go from there instead of trying to like spring it on her later on down the line. And then it's like, oh, we've been in this relationship for 3 months, 6 months, a year, and now you want another woman. It's like that should be from day one. You should like tell them what you want, you know.
Okay, interesting. So you got to let her know before. Okay, listen, I like you. You're my main chick. You're my girlfriend. You're my wife. But before we get married, so before you get into a relationship, right, you got to tell her, listen, I want to have multiple women. Are you happy with that? You can't just be dating her and then 6 months down the line and say, hey, I want another girlfriend. Is that what you're saying, bro?
Right. Yeah, but it's best to establish it early.
Awesome, bro. Awesome. So, brother, right, Sham, right? I've been hearing stories about white men running through Kenyan women in Kenya. But let's keep it real, brother. Okay, I've been hearing a lot of stories about that. And I do see a lot of videos saying that Kenyan women really like white men. Is that true? When you're out there, can you confirm that that's false, or is it true, brother?
Okay, so I've seen a lot of older white men, like I'm talking about 70, 80 years old, bro. And they're with like fine Kenyan women, but you know what that's about. That's about that money, man. Like that's really all like the reason why any of the Caucasian white guys or whatever would be, you know, entertained by the Kenyan women, because naturally, like black women gonna love black men at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about that money.
So you're saying the average black Kenyan woman isn't putting white men above black men in any shape or form?
Nah.
Okay, brother. I hope not. Go on, bro.
If they're after the money, then yeah, like they'll definitely like put the money before anything. You get me? But just like if she's a natural girl, just like, you know, a regular everyday girl that isn't really too much like into that, or she's more traditional, then yeah, she'll be more after, you know, a black man than anything.
Okay, I hope not, bro, because again, I'm getting more interested in Kenyan women, and I want to see Western black men with Kenyan women. No one else. Obviously, apart from black Kenyan men too. Okay, so next question for you, brother, right, is so are Kenyan women in general westernized, or is that westernization mostly amongst women in Nairobi? And if it is there, brother, right, is it a small percentage of women that's westernized, or is it growing out there? Is it a big population of women in Nairobi or in Kenya in general westernized, brother?
Okay, so yeah, it's mainly in Nairobi, and I would say it's a small like minority right now, but it definitely is growing. Like just the influence of the West and just technology and being connected and TikTok and all these things have definitely influenced Kenyans.
Oh man, okay. In a good way or bad way,
Oh
what you're
man,
saying?
in a good and bad way. Like in a good way because it's making them, you know what I'm saying, come up with like ideas to make money to boost the economy of an African country. But at the same time, it's bad because it's giving some women, the indoctrinations and the mannerisms of Western women, you know.
Wow, damn. We don't want Kenyan chicks, right, copying American women or Western women in general. But obviously, because they're black, right, we definitely don't want them copying black American chicks and black UK chicks. We know how black American women are, especially from the hood. We don't want them becoming Megan Thee Stallions, Cardi B's, Ruby Roses, right, and Chloe Bailey's, or and all that other low IQ nonsense, right? We
Mm.
want classy. We want our Kenyan women, right, to be like Candace Owens, in my honest opinion, conservative speaking, covering themselves up. Why can't every black chick on planet Earth be like Candace Owens? Right? Listen, man, if every black woman on earth was like Candace Owens, I wouldn't even look at an Asian chick, bro. I wouldn't. If every UK chick, right, was like Candace Owens, I wouldn't even be a passport, bro, if I keep it a stack. But we don't live in a perfect world, right? Now, some of y'all may disagree about politics, and that's cool. That's cool. But think about Candace Owens from a looks wise perspective and a personality wise perspective. Is Candace Owens twerking on flipping cars in Miami during spring break? Is Candace Owens having tattoos all over her backside, her chest, and her arms, right? Like cooking with Kaya or Kyla, right?
Cooking, yeah.
you know, is Candace Owens, right, saying the N word, calling a black man the N word, N word, you ain't ish, bitch, ass N word, f N word, all that nonsense that black American women call black American men racial slurs. Is Candace Owens rapping about killing her own people? No, she's not. Look past the politics, bro. Now, again, you can disagree with Candace Owens. That's cool. I want that mold in a black woman. I want my own Candace Owens in the African chick, whether she's Kenyan, whether she's whatever African country, bro. So if you had to pick between Candace Owens and Cardi B, who you picking, bro? Who you picking, Shams?
Oh, I'm definitely picking Candace.
There you go, bro. There you
Yes.
go. Speak on it, bro. Speak on it, bro. Why?
Okay, so I don't know. Just as a man, you don't want your woman twerking in public. You don't want your woman wearing bonnets in public. You know what I'm saying? You don't want those type of things from your woman. You want your woman to be your partner, man. You're like be submissive to you, cook for you, clean for you, look after the family for you. But a lot of these westernized women, they're very, very goal oriented, very independent, and I don't need a man. And it's that type of thing when it comes to the Cardi B type, so.
Facts. Facts, bro. Facts. So next question for you, brother, right, is now before I open up the phone lines for the last few minutes. I know you have to go, brother, very soon.
We might be able
Is
to push the IP. It just depends. We might be able to push it a little bit.
okay, brother. Brother, you let me know when you have to go. I'm working on your time, okay?
Okay.
Awesome, bro. So next question for you, brother, right, is in terms of um if you had a Kenyan wife and a Kenyan girlfriend and you were living per Kenya, right? And for
Mhm.
some odd reason, right, you had to go to America and UK to live there and you have to bring her with you. Is that a bad choice? Do you want to bring your Kenyan woman to the West? Will she, and if so, brother, right, will she
Uh,
become brainwashed to how American women are? Or will she keep to conservative Kenyan culture?
Okay, me personally, like with the young lady that I'm dealing with, like I've already established, like I'm not bringing you over here like until a certain point. What I would do is I would establish a base in either Nairobi, Mombasa, somewhere out there first, and then start our family, and then go from there. Then if like she wants to come to the West like a little bit later, I wouldn't necessarily have a problem with that. But if you want to bring like a Kenyan wife or your Kenyan girlfriend over, like starting off like the first year, first 5 years, I would not advise that. No, sir. You definitely will get indoctrinated with all of the Western ideologies, and then just being around, toxic. Like if you got toxic family members, you know what I'm saying? Like she'll be listening to them, listening to, friends or people that she meets. And it's all bad out here. So I would not
Facts,
advise.
bro. Facts. Oh, so Karen, brother.
You said what? I can hear you.
So carry on. So I cut you off there by accident.
Oh no, you good. But yeah, I just wouldn't advise it. That's about it. Yep, would not
Same here,
advise.
bro. Same here. I wouldn't. I wouldn't bring her in the first. I wouldn't even bring her in the first place. Maybe for holiday, but living here doesn't matter. If we've been with her for 10 years, 5 years, 50 years, whatever. Ain't happening. We're not coming back to the West. Okay, we ain't coming
Right.
back to the S-hole that's happening, the cesspool that's happening in the West right now.
Right.
Can't
But
have
see,
my. Go on, bro. Speak on it.
but yeah, the reason why I would like after a certain amount of time is just to build wealth for the family. You get me? Because say for instance, like I'm over here, so I work for the government, right? So I'm here, and then if she's here working as well, getting that US dollar, then we put that together, and then we take that back over there. You get me? Just to have a better way of living. But when it comes to like the personal aspect and the trying to like hang out with people and mix and mingle, that no.
Facts, bro. Absolute facts. But brother, can you stop that from happening though? In her workplace, if she's in the office, she'd be around American women, right?
Right.
They'll be speaking to her during lunch. They'll be asked about her family, about you, bro. They'll start putting
Yeah.
ideas in her. Okay, well, you do that for your man. Why are you doing that? I don't do that. So how are you gonna avoid that, bro?
Yeah, you're absolutely right, IP. And see, I would advise like having some type of job where you can have her work for you. Like try to establish that like as your foreign woman is where she's at. Build some type of business in America. So then when she does decide to come over, then it's like she could be working for you. Then you ain't gotta worry about all the office talk and the drama and all that stuff.
But here's why I'll give you some tips for brother. Right, I say don't bring it over to the West in any shape or form. I will say while you're in the West, bro, it needs to be maxing out all the benefits you can get in the West, brother. So I know you have some sort of tax-free stuff in America. I think 401k, that's tax-free, right? So you should
Right.
be maxing out in America. Did you get it? Do you get it? Can you take money from it any time you want to? Or do you have to wait to like your 60 or 70 to take out
Yeah,
money?
I think it's a certain age for things like that, like Roth IRAs and retirement plans, stuff like that. So
Okay. So you should be doing that, bro. You should be looking at all the benefits America has, because America is the top economy in the world, bro. Like when I compare American salaries to UK salaries, brother, right? America destroys the UK, right? So if you know what you're doing in America, brother, if you know how to use your money to make it work for you, do the right investments, I would say in many cases, bro, she may not even need to work, or she can just support you with whatever you're doing business wise. I would say, brother, don't bring her to West, bro. Don't do it.
okay.
Don't do it because she come. Okay, let's say she works for you, brother. Okay, she works for you, but then she puts on the TV. It's American TV shows. It's
Ah,
it ain't Kenyan, bro. Remember, it's American. Number two, she goes to do groceries. Okay, she's hearing Americans speak around her. She sees billboards of over actualized stuff. Um, eventually, brother, she's gonna want to socialize. Women are sociable creatures, brother. So she will have a social circle, and she's in America, brother, right? More than likely, an American woman will creep in. It may not be a white woman or Asian woman, mate, but it could be a black American woman, brother. I mean, all
right.
the drama that BWs bring,
Yeah.
don't do it, bro.
Hey, and you want to know something? I didn't even mention this yet, IP, but you could definitely tell the American women because there was American women out there when I was out there, and it's easy to tell who's American It's crazy. I'm talking about loud, bro. Like they're loud and they're big. Loud and big. And I'm talking about like literally I'm looking, I'm like, wait, is that American? And then and I'm like, yep, American.
You know what, brother? Right? Even in Japan, when I was there recently, BW chicks, loud, obnoxious. I don't know what their problem is, man. Like, just weird, like loud. And you know what? Right? The thing that I don't like about them, right, is that they're very attention seeking. They want to know. They want everyone to know that they're in the room. Well, I'm an American. I'm from Houston, Texas. I'm from LA. I'm from Miami, Florida. We out here. We out here. We out here. All that nonsense, man. They dress promiscuous. Start twerking randomly in the street. They're just loud on. It's weird, but they're loud on the phone. And I'm like, shut the hell up, bruv. Like,
wait,
shut up. Twerking in Tokyo, bro.
Oh Lord, hey.
Twerking, bro. Out there, fully twerking. Wow. Dressing like a 3 or 4, twerking, tongue out, phones out. Hey, look at this! I just and all their friends are hyping her up. It's just ratchet culture, man. Ratchet culture.
Wow.
And I'm at a point where like I just want to avoid them in any way I can. If a BW tries to speak to me abroad, even an American chick tries to say, "Oh, you're from the UK," ignored. Actually, in the future now, if an American chick asks me, "Are you from the UK?" I'm going to tell her, "Sorry, I don't speak English." Huh? Sorry, come again.
I feel you.
Sorry, I don't speak English. Bro, like, because these women, right, they have influenced and ruined a lot of women worldwide with their garbage, toxic, low IQ, animalistic culture. Don't come near me. Don't flip and come near me, bruv. I just can't stand them. I really can't, bro. And I do my best to avoid any sort of Western woman abroad. F them. So, next question for you, brother, right, is in terms of let's see over here. If I open the phone lines, what have I got written over here? Okay, done. Are we good? Okay, brother, let's open up the phone lines. Yeah. Okay. All right, awesome. So once again, brothers, Sham in the building. Sham Grows Global, fellow YouTuber. He came up here to share his Kenyan intel, and you want to hear more about the brother's vibes, his experiences, and I'm sure that you're going to other African countries, right, in the future.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so you want to see brother's adventure going abroad. His channel's on the screen right now. Subscribe to Sham Grows Global. The link in the chat right there. Go on his channel right now and subscribe to his channel, like his video, support his content, and let's see what he's got, man, in terms of Africa, man. So let me now open up the phone lines. Okay, so invite, copy, and call in if you have any questions about Kenya. If you want to ask the brother questions, let's go. Okay, now's your time. Okay, awesome stream so far. So brother, like between Black American women and Kenyan women, brother, who are you picking, and tell me why?
Oh, Kenyan women, hands down. Kenyan women, no question about it. Well, actually, I wouldn't even say just Kenyan women, African women as a whole over American Black women, bro. And like no shade on the American Black women, bro, but it's just a overall vibe. Like I can vibe with African women way more than I ever did with American women, and I never really knew it until I actually kind of escaped the Matrix. You get me? So it's like before I would think, oh, okay, like I'm being treated like decently, so it's like that's a good thing. But when I started dating Kenyan women, it's like, oh wow, I'm getting treated like a real man, like how a man's supposed to be treated. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely Kenyan women over American women. Definitely.
Facts. That's fantastic, bro. Great answer there. Shout out to Mr. Babatunde, a lawyer, for the support. Babatunde in the building for the support. He says, "Say IP shout out to you, Yaya Tori of this Mojo, Yaya Tori. I enjoy this AFR streams. Kenya is looking like where I'm settling in. Need to get these certs over the line. Awesome, bro. Looks like the brothers gonna pick Kenya. Shout out to Babatunde. I taught the brother in my Python class. Smart brother. Brother, may you pass your certs. May you get successful, rich, wealthy. May you thrive in Kenya, bro. Looking forward to hearing your time in Kenya, Babatunde, with your woman or your woman, right? Your woman or woman, whatever you want to do, brother. And of course, you making that money, brother, and being successful, brother. Looking forward to hearing that, brother, in the near future. Shout out to Babatunde, but that's a bro right there. Mr. Barack Lesnar, can you turn your camera on in the background? So I know you're not a troll, please. Then you can turn off after. Yep, you are good. Thank you, brother. Camera off. Let me bring in Barack Lesnar in the background. What's going on, Barack? How you doing, bro?
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, brother. How you doing, man?
I'm great, man. I had a couple questions, and I don't want you to think that I'm trolling with these questions because they may sound a little crazy.
Brother, just make sure it's PG. No SCX talk, brother. Keep it very PG, please. Is that cool?
Yeah, I can do that. So I had a couple experiences. No, not experiences. Run-ins with some African chicks in the States, primarily Houston. Just gotta ask, bro. Am I gonna have any issues with like body odor?
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay, bro. So yes, you would definitely run into that. Now I would say it's not going to be all of the women, but you'll definitely run into that. You'll definitely run into that.
Okay.
And so,
when you say body odor, are you talking about like pits or are you talking about like the meow?
Shit. I mean, I was mainly talking about the pits, but like now, I mean, like if the pits is funky, I would imagine the coochie to be. Oh, my bad.
Language, keep it PG, man. Keep it PG, please.
My bad. Well, both, everything.
Yeah, I would say you'll definitely. You have those out there like that. Like I've ran into, occasion like that.
Brother, can you then tell her, hey, can you clean up or can you sort that out? And will she take offense to it? Or will she be like, oh, I'm sorry, I'll fix it? What's been your experience there, Sham? But letting her know that she has smells.
Okay, so like my experience was actually like a I don't want to get too graphic on your stream IP, man. It was like an extracurricular activity with a young lady. That's how I'll put that. With my, whatever. But yeah, it's like I really didn't care like too much for her. So it's like whatever, like, all right, it smells like this, just let me get something else and then get out of my face type vibe.
So are you specifically talking about it was her armpits or it was like her private area?
It was the meow. It was definitely the meow.
Damn. See, like I only ran into that one time and it was unbearable and I had to flee the scene,
Yeah,
I fled the scene of the crime. So like bro, like how common would you say that is? Because like I don't know if I can deal with that again.
You could run, okay, you could definitely run into it, but I wouldn't say it's like a 50-50 shot, bro. But then
where I ran into it at?
Huh?
You know where I ran into it at? Believe it or not, it was in Iceland. That's the only time I ran into that, and it was so crazy.
Wow.
And I'm scared to run into that again. I just feel like I may run into that in Africa because.
Right, but I'm gonna put it like this: like it's really just a 50-50 because I've ran into it with American
50-50.
Like, yeah, it'll be like, hey, 50-50. You gotta. It's like
so 50% of them. Is you saying like 50% of them?
No. I'm not saying that. Maybe 50%. Like,
okay.
Say if you're like just what I'm saying, doing your thing, and like out of every 5 women or something that you'll deal with, maybe 1 out of those, or maybe 2 out of those. You get me?
Well, can I ask you a question? Like, how do they even get like that? Like, what is it?
It's just hygiene, bro. Like some of them don't have proper, cleaning habits, bro.
So it's from not washing themselves?
It could be that, or it could be, bacterial. It could be, it depends on the woman, man. Some women, they get that smell if they, having too many partners and doing,
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right. You're right. That is true. I had another question though. Now, of course, since it's Africa, I got to ask about the AIDS situation.
Uh,
Like,
yeah, I get you. I get you.
Keep it coded, bro. Just keep use another
oh,
word, but carry on, bro.
uh,
Keep it coded.
okay, yeah. So the HIV like situation, you know.
Yeah, yeah. That is, I would say, it can be a thing. I would definitely be vigilant and weary of that. But they also have like the HIV test that you could take if you're like dealing with somebody that's not like a like long term partner. If you're just trying to have like a woman maybe for a night or a couple nights or something, you can take
Hmm.
a HIV test. They got them at like pharmacies and stuff, and you get instant results.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah.
yeah, somebody did tell me I could order some from Amazon before I go out there. But how would a girl get offended or scared if I pull out the test? I mean, or is
Nah.
that the test itself? If she won't piss in the cup, is it like, oh,
Yeah, that's a sign. Yeah, red flag. Yeah, you're not, and it's really like a prick of blood too that you do when you take the test. So I would say, yeah, that's definitely a red flag if she don't want to do that.
so the ones I saw was a urine test. I thought like, is the urine test and the blood test, is one better than the other?
I would say that for a faster result, like you will probably want to do the blood, but yeah, you can do the urine test as well though.
Okay. Yeah. And you said they're beautiful out there, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so I don't know if you touched on this, but like compared to South Africa, how big are their rear ends, you know?
They're nyashes.
Yeah, yeah, the Nash, yeah.
Oh man, you got some boondas. You got some big boondas out there for sure. Now I would say that's like more so a South African thing. Like you got more of those out there, but you could definitely find them in Kenya.
Have you been to Uganda?
No, I haven't been there yet. I plan on.
Okay.
I want to
I hear
start
that.
with.
That's close though, right? Isn't it like near there?
Yeah, it's right by Kenya. Yep.
Okay, because I heard that it's some Nash out there too, and in
Yeah.
Tanzania, you know.
Yep. Tanzania for sure.
So as far as like, say, like I was like staying out there for a month, is there anything that I would miss from a first world country like America?
Oh, absolutely, bro. I'm telling you, like my first time like going out there, I didn't want to come back. It's like I felt like I was home, like real home, bro. So you won't be missing anything. But I would say I would give some advice. I would say definitely get like familiar with at least one person out there that's a Kenyan, just so you can hear the conversations that's going on around you and they can like put you on game. You get what I'm saying? So if
Yeah.
somebody's trying to upcharge you or somebody's trying to like do something that's not necessarily in your best interest, then they'll be able to spot it because they understand what these people talking about around you. You get me?
Hey, so is it as far as like safety, like people like snatching your phone and running off like on a
Uh,
motorcycle or something, how often would I have to deal with something like that? And do I need to
um,
like not pull out my phone in public?
that's a case to case basis. I personally wouldn't advise pulling your phone out, just like and having it loose out there. Like I said earlier, if you like got pants or something, don't put it in your back pocket. Like have zip pants, like maybe the Adidas track pants with the zipper on the side. That's usually what I wear if I'm just like out and about. And yeah, I would say it's a case to case basis though, bro. When it comes to the phone snatching thing, because
And
even Kenyans get their phones snatched from other Kenyans. So it's like it's not like you'll be targeted just because you're a foreigner. It's like that's just a common thing that happens.
so if somebody did snatch your phone and you got it back from them and in the process they may have gotten hurt in the process of you recovering your property, would you get in any trouble for that?
Oh no, they'll beat them up.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of civil justice. It's like they'll like the civilians will start beating the person up. If you be like this person trying to steal my phone, then they'll start attacking them. Same with the police. The police will damn near probably hit them over the head a couple times.
And like so here we got like Uber Eats and stuff. They have anything like that? Like
Yeah,
Uber
yeah, they got
and
they,
DoorDash?
yeah they got Uber Eats and they got something called Glovo.
I don't know if you mentioned this, but what is their food like out there?
The food, me personally, okay, so like I've had West African food and I've had East African food. It's like I like palau, I like chapati, I like ugali, I like chomo, I like all that type of stuff. It's not the if you like spicy, it's not the spiciest food. But if you're more into like, you know what I'm saying, just natural healthy foods, then yeah, they're good for that.
Okay, I have a question here. So are Kenyan women money hungry? The ones you come across, Shambro, or is that a particular set that money hungry?
Okay, the ones that I come across, no, not money hungry at all. But there definitely is like money hungry women that's out there, bro. But I feel like that's just women, period. Like some women just have that mentality. It doesn't matter if they in America, if they in Kenya, if they're in Europe somewhere. Like women will be women.
So have you had like, because like I know this is popular in Uganda. Like, have you had a girl try to bring her friends on a date and you pay for all of them type thing?
Oh, hell nah. Oh no. I would never go for that anyways. uh-uh.
Yeah, I'm saying like, okay, so you haven't had anyone try to do that.
Nah.
Okay,
How,
cool. Because I
how do
hear
you
it's
spot?
popular. I hear that's
So
popular in Uganda.
Oh wow.
how do you spot?
I know
So go on,
that's
carry on, bro.
America, but I didn't damn.
Brother, how do you spot money hungry women in Kenya?
You said how do you spot them?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can spot them from shit, the word go, bro. Like it just depends on how she's talking to you. It's like where you meet her at. Like how did you meet her? Like what is she wearing? Like how is she talking to you? Is she like bringing up gifts? Like the wording and just like the way she's talking to you.
Okay. And brother, so brother, would you say if a woman asks you to buy? Okay, so brother, so obviously I know you probably be richer than the average Kenyan, right? So when it comes to like first dates and dating a Kenyan woman, right? Are you
Uh,
paying for the food and drinks on first dates, and second date you're paying for the food and drinks, and so on and so forth? If you get into a relationship, or are you going 50-50, or will she pay? How does it work there, brother?
so yeah, of course, like me just as a man, bro, like I'm cool with paying, you know what I'm saying, the full thing. But see, it's a difference with paying the full thing in Kenya and paying the full thing in America. Because when you paying the full thing in Kenya, you getting like the bang for your buck. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like she's doing this for you. She's like folding your clothes, washing, you know what I'm saying, your dirty drawers, doing all this, all this stuff for you, right? So it's like I don't have a problem with doing that. But see, in America, you'll have a combative woman. Oh, I'm not finna cook for you. I'm not finna clean for you. I'm not finna do this. And I'm not saying that's all American women, but you'll find that more than often. And it's like they want to go 50-50 on things. You get me?
Interesting. So, brother, so you're saying, right, if you're dating a Kenyan woman full time,
Uh,
are you paying for her bills? Are you paying for her phone bill, her hair, nails, or no, not to that extent? I just want to know who's paying for what, brother, in terms of when you're dating one in a relationship.
okay, so that also depends. Me personally, I don't do that.
Mm.
Like my woman, you know, says she's got a career, she got a job and all that stuff. But like if it was a situation where that was a thing, then yeah, I wouldn't have a problem with doing it. Only if though, there's a there's an if with that. Only if I had a family with this young lady. Like, yeah, okay, like we boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, or you know, or if she was my wife, then that's when I could see, all right, I might put like half on the bill or make sure that like this is situated while I'm not there. You get me?
Yep, facts, bro, facts. Hold on there, Barack. Crane, the Emmy, can you turn your camera on in the background? So I know you're not a troll, please. Crane, Dammy. Let me know and you can turn it off after. I just need to know you're not a troll, Crane. Uh, Crane, you are confirmed. Thank you, brother. Salute. Camera off. Turn your camera off. Let me bring Crane in the background. Okay. What's going on, Crane? How you doing, bro?
Yeah, good yourself,
Yo.
IP. Can you hear me?
Hey, Baba Tunde, I'm good, brother. How you keeping, bro?
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, brother. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, hello, can you hear
Hello,
me?
Crane?
We
I can
hear
hear
you.
you, bro.
Yeah, how's it going, IP? Long time.
Long time, brother. How you keeping, man?
Yeah, good yourself.
Yes, all good, brother. All good, brother. So fire away, Crane.
Yeah, shout out to your host. I'm not sure if it's the same guy that I saw on Huston's channel recently. Um I don't know if it's the same person or it's a totally different person. But
Is it you, Shem? Were you on Austin channel recently, Shem?
Was I on who?
Austin Homer's channel.
Austin Holloman. I'm not sure. People have been telling me to connect with him, but I haven't been on his channel yet.
Okay, that's not him.
Yeah, that's all right. Because I saw a brother that looks similar to him on his channel just yesterday. Yes. Yeah. Shout out to you, bro. Sorry, what's your name, bro? I didn't catch the stream from the beginning.
Oh, my name's Sham Goes Global.
Oh, okay, nice. Yeah. I just wanted to ask, man, how long you been in Kenya for?
So I was out there for 3 months. I'm currently back in the States for the holidays right now. So, but yeah, I plan on going back early next year.
Oh, nice. Because I was in Kenya, I think a year ago. But yeah, I was in Mombasa and I was also in Nairobi, but I didn't spend long anyway. I was just there on holiday, short trips.
Okay.
I do agree with a lot of things that you said, because I've been there and I know what the experience is like. And even with Kenyan women over in this country, I know what they're like. So I do have my experiences dealing with Kenyans and with Kenya in general. But I just wanted to ask, if you were there for 3 months, then you could have as well, definitely have more info about Kenya than me. That I've just been there, a couple of days and stuff. I wanted to ask, what type of businesses do you think might thrive in Kenya?
Oh, okay. So me personally, I have a Airbnb out there right now. So Airbnb is definitely a good opportunity to get into real estate. If you wanted to start like a hair salon, barbershop, like things like that, just simple things really could thrive out there. Just comment. And you also have to look at the market as well. Like some Kenyans don't have all the money in the world to be buying like luxury items. So I wouldn't advise like a luxury type business. I would advise something very common,
Because I'm looking at maybe starting off like a restaurant,
Yeah,
like a bar slash restaurant, very hippie, very Afrocentric, type thing
yeah.
going on.
As you know, they love drinking out there. So yeah, a
Yeah.
bar, restaurant, yeah, definitely you'll do well.
Okay. So what areas did you leave the most while you were there? Was it what's it called? What's that place called? Westlands? Is it where did you stay?
Yeah, I was mainly in like Kilauea, Kilimani, Westlands, like in that like general area. Yeah.
But which will you think? What will what would you say is the best area? Like where you have a bit of everything. Like you don't want to be too like you have a bit of everything. Like facilities wise, you could get to the shops, you get to the market. Like what's like what area will you reckon is the best for that?
I would say a lot of people on YouTube right now saying Westlands, but me personally, I wouldn't recommend Westlands simply because it's crowded, bro. Like crowded in Westlands. I would advise Kilimani or Kilauea. It's more like it's more lax. The traffic isn't as heavy as it is in Westlands. So yeah, Kilimani or Kilauea for sure.
So is it Kilamani
Yeah, Kilimani.
and Kilauea, is it?
Yeah, in Kilauea. Yeah.
Okay. Nice. No worries. Yeah. Nah, thanks. That's all, man. Thanks for the info.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, I
Can
had
I
another
do
question.
Okay, yes, fire away, bro.
Hey, I had another question for you, Shan.
Uh-huh.
I may have missed this also, but like the prices and stuff, like how are the prices out there? Like on
On food, I'll
food and
say
like ride share type things.
okay, so I'll start with the food. So food it depends. Like, are you talking about like out food or are you talking about groceries?
I prefer to eat out. It saves time.
Okay, eating out, I would say you'll probably go half the cost on what American prices is. So for instance, like KFC is huge out there, bro. So you could get like a 3-piece and like fries, a drink for maybe like $4 or $5.
Okay. I usually get the chicken sandwich. How much the chicken sandwich out there?
Chicken sandwich was probably like what 500 something shillings, which is probably like what $2-3, something like that.
Okay, so yeah, that's half price. That's nice.
Yeah.
And like, how about like a cab or some shit or Uber? Excuse me, my bad.
No, a cab. Just depends. Like you can go anywhere from like $1.50 to maybe like $5-6, depending on how far you're going. Like I remember I went to Two Rivers Mall, which was probably like 45 minutes to an hour outside where I was at. And that cost me probably like $5 and some change.
Wow.
Yep.
Man, I just went like 2 or 3 miles and it cost me $16, bro.
Whoa.
That's crazy.
Whoa.
Yeah, I don't know why they do that, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I literally just went down the street.
Yeah,
But
and thing too, and it's very reliable as well too. Like I'm
okay,
talking about waiting for you, like right as soon as you put your order in, you don't gotta wait 5-10 minutes. They'll be just like right there.
so I got another question, and you may not have the answer to this, but if I get tired of eating out and I'm still too lazy, and if I'm still too lazy to cook my own food, if I wanted to pay somebody to cook my food, how much would that cost? Would you happen to know that?
That I don't know.
Okay, and would it be possible for me to drive a vehicle with my American license?
You'll need a international driver's permit, and I think you could file for that. Like I was contemplating on getting that, but I didn't get it simply off the fact that I was like, you know what, let me just experience it first before I get a you know what I'm saying, a car or something out here. But yeah, international driver's permit would definitely do you service on that. But what I will say, bro, they drive crazy. Like I've not, bro, like crazy, bro. So I would not advise like driving like yourself. I would just take an Uber or something.
Sorry, Barack. Sorry. Let me bring in James in the background. James, give me a thumbs up, bro. Can I bring you in? Camera on, is that okay? Give me a thumbs up. Okay, turn your camera off then, bro. Let me bring in James in the background. What's going on, James? How you doing, bro?
Yeah, what's going on, man?
Yeah, I'm doing good, man. How you doing? You good?
Yeah, just getting over a cold.
Okay, hope you get better, bro.
Yeah, no, I'm good. Quick one on that. Try to move when you come out to Thailand. Be careful about moving into the big old buildings because they're having a problem with sewage, and a lot of the bad chemicals are kicking back up into people's apartments, and that's what's been happening where I'm at right now. Just a quick one.
Jesus.
Damn. Shit.
Brock, don't unmute yourself, bro. Okay, someone starts talking, right? Because I heard background noise there. All right, please don't unmute yourself, Brock. So carry on, James. And obviously a voice train as well, please. Keep it PG.
Yeah, I'm always slipping up, man. I just gotta apologize. Remember, every time I come on, I'm apologizing and then move forward. But like that's gonna help. But what I would say about Kenya is he's spot on about a few things. But I will say something about the taxi. A lot of the women in Kenya say they don't like to take boat because boat is dangerous. I mean, a lot of Kenyan women say that. They literally look at you and they say boat is dangerous. All level of women. And day game is far, far better than night game. Even though dudes feel like they do better in night game, that's because women who live that life are doing the night game. So in case you guys realize it, what white boys get in places like China and here in Thailand and United States, I'm just going to keep it 100. That's what you get in Kenya because they like and appreciate black men for real. All that work that you put into yourself, going to the gym, keeping your skin right, keeping your dome right, keeping your spiritual in check, being respectful, being a good dude, decent dude, all that. We know about each other. All that you put into yourself that's unbelievably unappreciated throughout the world and in the United States, well, they notice that like that. That like quickly. They know. That was like, yep. It's like they look at white boys and just be like bypass all their flaws and everything. Well, they don't do that there. You get the dudes who got their stuff right there. But if you at night and you enough, they look at you like I can get off on you. They be like, that's what they came out here for. We know that that's what girls go to nightclubs for. Just because you're getting rejected, that doesn't mean she's not looking for that. Calling girls lesbians because they reject you. No, they just want a certain dude. You know that little handful of dudes? That's what they come to the club looking for. And in Kenya, you're that. or he's that. All right. So that's what you're getting there. So dudes be like, wow, wow, wow. And they say things like they use the E word. Y'all know what the E word is. I hate when people on live say that about women when they do well. They use the E word. Please don't say that. I'm gonna get mad at you. Like that dude who was like doing the live and was talking about you Kenyan women better leave it, stop getting on us and all that. The dude who had that Tyson Bedford look, that dude, he messed it up for a lot of us. Those things hurt you. But that's what you're getting out there. You are appreciated. And when you like, I'm just going to toot my own horn, like me, and you really got your stuff together, you actually look good, you tall, and you fit, and your money is right, and you're respectful, you find wifey out there. I mean, there's some women out there that are just unbelievable. You cannot believe that you have an opportunity with these kind of girls. But then you step back and you say, well, I be seeing some regular ass white dudes with gorgeous Hispanic and white women. How are they doing it? What's going on there? The reason why you can't do it is because they don't have any checks and balances. They have that, what you know. What we got when we there is proper, respectable checks and balances. Okay? So you are appreciated because you are a man who stands on 2 feet. If you can travel there, then you obviously got a lot of good things right. And believe me, if you travel there and you really are a flawed man that probably can't get, you won't do well in Kenya. You probably get laid here, laid there. But when you try to step up to the real good ones, you're going to get rejected pretty quick. Or they might hang out with you and be like, nah. I'm talking about the good ones. And I know of some girls that are out there, and trust me, they're not dating any old dude. All right? I watched them reject dudes who thought like, oh, I got this girl, I can get her. Step back. All right? So in other words, you're being judged properly in Kenya. That's what it is. It's not like, oh my God, you're American, you're probably rich. That's all BS. Some girls are doing that. Those are the club girls. Club girls. Decent Kenyan women who make good wives are not going to be fawning over you like that. It's not going to happen. Stop bugging. But there are very gorgeous women out there. The kind of women that in the U.S., there'll be a 304 in the clubs looking for dudes that drive. If you ain't got no Bentley and make 300, those kind of girls, that's what you get out there. Only NBA players out in Kenya, they know that they can get them dudes too. You think them Kenyan women who look like that, they don't know that they could 304 it, OnlyFans it, and, Instagram it? They already know that. They don't want that. Some of them do. You got all kinds of women that do that. But the decent ones, that's what we want to know about. I don't know what IP want to know about. If IP says, this will shed, move worlds. It will make aliens come land on our planet to find out if it's true. Do they respect brothers? I'm pretty sure IP is talking about the good ones, the ones that will make great wives, etc. So let's have a conversation about that. I don't mean to hog it, but IP, I was gonna have a lot to say about this place anyway. But that's the conversation. But yes, of course, if you're a decent looking dude, you go out to Kenya and get laid, of course, because there is no talking. There's no women being raised from birth to say black men are monkey, ugly, bad men. Don't date them. That's why you trying to get girls who were raised from birth being told that. That's the competition. And then white boys are beautiful. They're perfect. If you get them, it'll make your family beautiful. They got great genes. They're spectacular. They're the nice guy. They're Superman. They're cowboys and all that. If you look up any kind of amazing word that describes men like Superman, the great husband, the beautiful wife, the Hallmark husband, the Christmas boyfriend or whatever, all that, it's all them. And everything bad is us. That's your competition. In Kenya, there's none of it. Now I'm going to step off my horse.
James,
I could have went on for 2 hours, but come on back. Go ahead.
How long were you in Kenya for?
Trust me, man. I was only there for 3 months.
Yeah, we asked you on the channel then to speak about your context, James. Let's plan that for next year, January, bro. ASAP. I tried finding you on IG the other day, and I don't know. I think I have a lot of chat. That's why I couldn't find you. So, brother, if you can message me on IG, brother, we'll plan it for January, bro.
But our relationship has a little bit of history, man. We're connected on IG. What happened? You diss me?
No, it's not even that. It's the fact that I have a lot of chats. So when I search for it,
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I didn't think about that. Okay, I'll find you. I'll find you.
Yeah,
I got you.
awesome, bro. Thank you, man. So let's have it planned, bro, for next year, January, because I definitely want to hear your thought about your time in Kenya. But do you agree with that, Sham, or do you disagree with James' point there?
Oh, he's spot on. Definitely spot on, bro. If you come out there and you on your, you know what I'm saying, your 1-2, yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. All right, let me bring in Jam. Jam, can you turn your camera on in the background so I know you're not a troll, please? Yeah, you're good, Jam. Thank you very much, Jam. Camera off. Let me bring in Jam in the background. What's going on, Jam? How you doing, bro?
People ain't work in December, man. I don't know, man. Maybe these paychecks, I don't know. But this is the most I've seen you active in a long time. I've been following you for 2 years at this point. So good way to end the year. No, I actually got on. I've been listening to pretty much most of the entire stream, where I caught the stream from the beginning. And I got on after James got on, because I want to talk about one thing in particular. And that's just the level of white worship, right? It sounds like y'all saying that don't really exist out in Kenya. And I don't know about you, right? Obviously, these brothers, they've been here extensively, right? They've been here for 3 months at a time. So I'm taking I take high stock in what they're saying. But I don't know about you. I was a little bit skeptical at first, because you hear stories, all right, about, white dudes, right, running through these women, right? And you just don't hear them doing that with any other group of women. So I mean, I know you're saying. I know someone said, "What was it, sham?" I believe you said it was because what that's about. It's about the dollar or whatever. But Asian women be about the dollar too. Latin women be about the dollar too, and you still don't see white boys running through them like they do the women in Kenya. So like, I just kind of wanted to y'all to speak a little bit more to that. Like, is it really just is it a desperation thing? Is that what it is? Because when you hear stories about like 700 people getting the monster. That's a little bit concerning for me. So I just want y'all to speak a little bit more to that.
Do you want to speak about that first, Jam, or go to James after?
Okay, yeah. So, bro, like I was saying, man, just the white worship thing, it's to a minimum. Like, yeah, you'll see it, and you'll see like the type of women that they have. They don't really have the more traditional women. They have the ones that are dressed a certain way, the ones that have like the bags, the ones that got the colorful hair. You get what I'm saying? So of course you're gonna run through those. Anybody can run through those.
Okay, James, what's your thoughts? Obviously, but keep it coded in PG.
Yeah. I peek at a war now. Yeah. So there is some white worship in that, but it's not what you think. It's kind of what I talked about in Thailand. So the women out there who want a 304, of course you got them out there. I told you that. No one really wants these girls, but they doing what the women in Thailand do. They're out there and they strictly go for the older white European men. Why? Because these guys are easy prey. Thai women feel the same way. These guys are so easy. It's so easy to get into their pockets. And for us, especially when you're tall, they get us to do that, especially with our options out there and they're right. Those kind of girls they're not even going to look in your direction. They'll probably roll their eyes at you just to, throw some sand at you because, it's kind of like walking by your table and knocking over the ketchup just because I know I can't get you. So I'm knocking ketchup over. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing. But as far as the monster out there, I got to tell you how many times I've been walking through Thailand, the mall and out there and seeing girls with big giant bumps all over their mouth. Y'all better watch it. All right. I've seen it 3 times. Like, for real. Matter of fact, one of them was a girl I saw back in 2018 when I came to Bangkok, and now she's out here. And I remember she was dating a dude then. I remember I was like, wow, it's a good looking Thai girl, man. And I saw her at the mall out here in Pattaya. I was like, there she is, mouth all bumped up. It really took my soul to see that. It took my soul. It really took my soul. All right. But as far as like Kenya, just strap up. And if you really like one, go to the clinic with her. It's that simple, y'all. I mean, I know dudes that like just running up on girls raw. It's like if that's your lifestyle, then you got to worry about it. I never worry about that stuff. I mean, I go with girls that, I know you say, oh, she look clean. She don't look like that type that just be let any old dude just run up in a raw. There is a type out there that do that, and you'll cross it. But still, if you've been with a girl for a little bit, you're like, you know what, I want to take this rub off. We want to get closer to you, whatever. I mean, that's just that's how it's supposed to be done. Let's go to clinic, make sure we both good, and then do what it do. I mean, but that's how that is. I'm grown. I guess I'm old school, just straightforward stuff. But yeah, that there is. I know a white dude. I can't call him out because I mess my peoples. He's gone to other countries and done very well with types of women. I'm trying my best not to sue him out because I like dude. Because y'all know who he is as soon as I call. If I say give you any kind of information, you're gonna know who he is. And he came out to Kenya and was like, nah, I'm not feeling it. They ain't feeling me. I'm not feeling it. Went back to that place where he do, and right back to gorgeous women all over the place, like all over him and all over the place. And didn't do he was like, and physically looking at him, he's bottom. He is bottom shelf Brad. I tell you, and I tell you about places in the United States where I've done well. Phoenix, Arizona, Florida, Seattle. He couldn't compete with me in those places. Okay. I can take his girl in these places. And I had this conversation with him. He's like, yeah, I know about these places too. All right. You can't just get no regular old white dude that's going to compete with me. And he's not on my level, shorter than me, and he ain't talking right in these places. But it has happened. And it was always because of the race, because of the racial foundation that these women were raised on. All their lives bombarded into their brain. I am monkey ugly. I can't, don't date with me because I'm bad. I'll hurt you. We have STDs. Yeah, they tell them that too. We'll cheat on you. We'll hurt you. And the whole 9 yards. Look at the thug. See that thug over there? That's them. That's what you'll have, or they'll end up like that. So stay away. Look at this girl. He hurt that girl. Look at this. They're good at it. It's been generation after generation of knowing how to do this to their daughters. So there's that. I know I'm kind of reiterating the same thing, but so it is there, but it definitely will not hinder your. We don't even sweat them. We'll look over there. We'll see one. It's like not even, oh look, a bird, whatever, like that, straight up, like oh look, a bird. No,
but that's good. That's good to hear, man. I think you misunderstood what I meant about the whole monster thing. I wasn't saying about obviously I strap up. I was saying the fact that a white dude can give the monster out to 700 Kenyan women, right? That was what I was referring to. I wasn't referring to. Right. Yeah. It was more for an example to prove my point, like to see is the white worship big out there, right? But what you're saying is, in other words, right? If I'm right. Right. Let's say I'm on my level. Let's just put me in a 7 or whatever, and it's a 7 white dude, right? And I'm out in Kenya, and I'm with a good woman that wants a good man. I should get the preferential treatment over the white man, right? Same age, same level. That's what you're saying.
Good. Well, especially if you're talking about the good, well-raised Kenyan women, they ain't gonna sit there and be like, "Oh wow, a white guy," and assume that he's probably better because he's black and you looking good and you proper and everything. I won't worry about that. And there are certain and I've seen them, we've crossed them, and you can look in their eyes and you can tell right off the bat because they got that no, that type. You know what I'm talking about. They got it all. It's in their face. Why do you come around? Hi. And believe me, other Kenyan women, they have things to say about those kind of women too. Trust me. Because white dudes are known for giving out STDs in Kenya. Just so you know.
Let me go to another caller. BAKL Cup 90. Can you turn your camera on in the background? So I know you're not a troll, and you obviously turn it off after what you confirmed. BLK Cap or Cop 90 in the background. Turn your camera on in the background, please. So I know you're not a troll. Then I'll bring you in after. Then you obviously turn it off in the background as well. Okay, just do it all in the background, please. So I know you're not a troll. Let me go. Yep. BLK Cup, you're confirmed. Thank you very much. Turn your camera off. Turn it off. Let me bring in BLK Cup in the background. What's going on, brother?
Hey, how you doing? Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, bro. How are you?
All right. So yeah, I've been to Kenya 3 times this year, 4 times total. I've been a subscriber to this channel for a while now. You know, I've been all over the Caribbean and things like that. And I went to Kenya specifically to look for a wife, a black wife. Um, just not willing to deal with the BS in America anymore. I'm 34, black American. I do work as a police officer out here in Colorado. So, from my experiences as far as being in Kenya and the women, like you go out there, you present yourself right, it's super easy as far as to find you a good woman out there. Um, I would say, I would stay away from the major city like Nairobi when you're trying to look for like a wife because, in Kenya, they have all the modern technology and things that we have, social media and everything like that. So they see it and they're influenced by it, but the majority of them still remain Kenyans. They don't try to be anything they're not. But that being said, a lot of the younger women, they do glamorize that high profile lifestyle. And when you come from another country, especially a first world country, they look at you as a paycheck. I've been
Wow.
to yeah, definitely. They look at you as a paycheck. They're constantly hitting you up for favors and asking you for, for to get their nails done. Something went wrong with the family, they're asking you for, 2,000, 3,000 shillings. And, you look at the average income there, they only make it a couple of $100s a month. And that's if they're working in Nairobi and they have a decent job for that area. So the amount of money they ask for is usually not what they're trying to get over on you. As
Wow.
far as being in Mombasa, I did see a lot of, European men, particularly men from like the UK, Germany, Australia, there with like 19, 20-year-old girls, which was, strange to me, being from America, because usually you don't see a lot of, you know, um, black women and white women mixed relationships in America, unless the black woman is, from, Africa or the Caribbean, and even there is rare because of our, racial history. So seeing it in Mombasa was shocking to me, and then it's like, white men that are in their like late 70s, early 70s, gray beards, barely any hair on their head, and they're with 19, 20-year-old dark brown, dark skinned women. Like they prefer the darkest of the dark, the thinnest of the thin, when it comes to Kenyan women, and then they're all over them. These young girls all over them. They're playing a game. They know what it is. Um, One thing that I did realize is, all the tribes there, they move differently. Like the women for different tribes, they move differently. Um, I've dated um women from the Maasai tribe. They're very prideful, and then you got the Kikuyu women, they're the most populous, they're known for, being very financially savvy. So, looking at the tribes and looking at the history of the tribes and how they operate and move around each other, it helps you make, some good decisions. Um, my strategy is always to look for the women that are, outside of the major cities, that come from the smaller villages, and they're way more traditional and they aren't exposed to a lot of the stuff that everybody, the modern people, are exposed to in the cities.
Wow. BK Cup, how do you feel about coming on the channel for an interview, bro? Share your experience in Kenya.
You said as far as being a cop?
No, oh, sorry. So your name, sorry. Is it Black Cop, right? Black
Yeah,
Cop, sorry.
yeah,
Black
yeah.
Cop, sorry. How do you feel about coming on the channel for an interview?
Oh, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. Like I said, I've had a little experience as far as traveling and trying to find me a woman. I'm 34, so I'm at that age where I've been through it all. So I'm looking to settle down and go through the whole process of filling out the fiance visa and finding me that woman. I only want to be married once, and I don't want to make that mistake of picking the wrong one. So I am taking my time. And another thing I've noticed when I come to Kenya, it is the younger women that they go after you. I'm 34 and it's 20-year-olds that are attracted to me. And the age gap is nothing to them over there. I also have children and they don't care about that, because, I guess in Africa, it's look different when you're a male when you have children opposed to a female. Like if they have children, they're upfront about it. They tell you, listen, I have kids. I don't want you to be upset, because they look at it as a burden or something to be shamed. Where in America, there's a lot of single mothers.
Wow.
So that's So that's definitely another twist and aspect to it. But I love it in Kenya. Like I said, I've been there 4 times. I'm trying to go back in March. All the countries I've been to, which was 7 different countries, including Dominican Republic a bunch of times, Jamaica a bunch of times. I've been to the UK, I've been to Turkey, I've been to Germany. Kenya is definitely my favorite.
Brother, send me a DM on IG. I'll put my DM in the private chat. Let's connect and let's get you on the channel, bro, for an interview, please. We want to hear your story, brother. So if you can send me a DM, bro, that'd be greatly appreciated, bro. I definitely want to get you on the channel for an interview. Share your experience. Black Cop, stay on the line, brother. Let me bring in Johnny K in the background. Johnny K, give me a thumbs up, bro. Can I bring you in? Camera on or camera off? Camera on, give me a thumbs up. Camera off, you can turn it off. Okay, turn off the camera. Let me bring in Johnny K in the background. Okay, what's going on, Johnny? How you doing, bro?
Hey, how you doing? How you doing, my man? Hey, yeah, it's a good topic. Especially, let me put it this way, right? I'm Kenyan, right? But I live in Austin, Texas, right now. Been here since I was 22, 37 right now, and everything the guys that have said is accurate. The only thing is, this whole notion of getting a girl from the village. I mean, it's Russian roulette. Because I mean, I know stories. I mean, you ever had a chance with someone in Nairobi, to be honest, who's grounded, and most of them are grounded. I'm in Kenya every year, and it took me living in the US to actually appreciate what I had growing up in Kenya. I have a daughter here right now, so if you know. But every year that I go back, I tend to appreciate the women there more. I see my friends that I grew up with happily married, they have kids, 2 or 3 kids. Just the way I grew up, both parents in the household, it's normal. It's not something out of the ordinary. Let me put it this way. I mean, my first isn't being shown or anything. When I had my kid, I had to explain to my dad why I'm not living with the mom of my kid, and that was a big that was a new thing. It took me 3 years to actually get it, and that was after my sister had to explain to him that I didn't do anything wrong, but it's just the way things are. So it's those kind of things that I never experienced growing up. When you don't live with the daughter or your son within the same household, it's kind of looked frowned upon in a way. But the sad thing is, I think it's slowly creeping up into Kenya as well, but in minute quantities, 1 or 2. It's kind of like 2 out of 10 people might raise kids by themselves, but it's not in a wide scale proportion. But I'll still go back to Kenya regardless. Once my kid is grown and everything.
Okay, but reach out to me on IG as well. It's just a channel to get your experience in Kenya from a Kenyan perspective. How does that sound, bro?
Oh yeah, for sure, man. I'll do that.
Yeah, so my IG's in the private chat on the StreamYard. So just send me up on IG, and we'll get you and Black Cup on the channel. I definitely wanted to get everyone's experience there. Kenyan, trying to find a wife out there. Again, and this is what anyone is watching the channel. If you've been somewhere, reach out to me, bro. Because again, this is we're all in this fight together, right? So when I travel, right, I give intel. I've given intel for the past 10 years on this channel, right, of my experiences. I've got other brothers on. We all want wives. We want one virgin, nobody count woman. So let's share that intel as to what's best, what's going on out there. Reach out to me, whoever you are, whether you have a channel or not. Reach out to me, man. Okay, and I will get your story out there on this channel, bro. Okay, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Awesome.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. I'm gonna reach out I've got some stories too. So yeah, I'm gonna reach out.
Awesome. Thank you, bro.
Right.
Thank you.
Thanks, bro. Thank you, my man.
All right. Thank you, Johnny. Appreciate you, bro. Anyone else want to chime in? Jam, James, Jam, Black Cop, anyone else want to chime in?
Yeah. I was you first. You first.
So I remember what he said about a lot of women in Kenya be asking for money. Let me tell you something. I know of dudes who experienced that, but as for me, in no way did any of the women even hint at wanting money from me. All right, but did I cross some duds that was like, ugh? Of course, yeah, I did. They were all men in the nightlife. When you use the dating apps like Bumble, you're gonna get 3, 4. If you're an attractive dude, you're gonna get so many matches. You're gonna be like, this can't be real. But when you go out in the real world day game, it's not gonna be like that. So don't even use dating apps. Just turn them off. Don't spend your money. You can if you match on something, you talk to her and you meet, just go ahead, but just use it with a grain of salt. Don't rely on it. As far as Mombasa, everybody knows that Mombasa is full of 304s. That's all. That's there. It's all you're gonna get. You talk to a girl, and she's gonna be looking around, and she's gonna give you a price. just like Thailand. That's when Mombasa is the Thailand of Africa. I mean, the Pattaya of Africa. So yeah, I mean, you go to places that are decent and upscale. With decent women, you can look at them and tell they got something going on in their life. And they're not just sitting around in a tight dress trying to show curves and everything and look like, she's not really paying it. She's not trying to have fun. She's just looking for opportunities in the bar. It'll be obvious. Girls just hanging with their friends. They're having fun. They look clean and fresh and happy and really not just out there having fun and really not paying attention. You'll know it when you see it. But as far as a 304, if you're looking for a 304, you're going to find a 304. And it's definitely going to be night game. If you're hanging out at the mall, like a Sarit, you know what I'm saying? And you're just hanging out with your peoples and you're having lunch and you see something nice over there, she smile, you smile. That's the best. That's the best. That's the best right there. That's how you do it. But as far as Mombasa, we talk about Mombasa, but we never go. Some dudes go just to see it, go, see it, and come back. But exactly what he said about what he saw in Mombasa, yeah, that's out there. And it's cringe. It's cringe. You're gonna think you're being punked at what you will see out there. It's gonna make you sick. If you around my age, I know I'm almost 50. Well, not really. I'm 48. But when you're my age, you're gonna be seeing like you feel like you're seeing your daughters with these guys who could be your father. Yeah, you ain't gonna get it out of your head either. You're not gonna do well.
Okay, Jam, you got a question for the guests?
Yeah, I know you said you had the Airbnb, right? How was that situation, and how was the price looking like per month out there, right, using Airbnb?
Yeah, so right now I'm doing the Airbnb arbitrage thing. So it's $550 a month USD, and I have my girl that's out there right now, kind of managing for me while I'm gone. But yeah, it's definitely a lucrative opportunity. If you got a little bit of extra cash to spend, you should get 2, 3, 4 properties and just run it up that way. Because it's been going very well. It's a lot of Europeans that's been staying at my as of now.
Wait, so hold up. I was talking about renting Airbnb, but it sounds like you're talking about renting it out to other people. So first I was going to ask, when you got there, how'd you get like accommodations? Like, how'd you get housing? And the second I'm going to ask is, how'd you get into the Airbnb renting business? If you just want to elaborate on that a little bit further.
So are you asking me, how did I go about like getting it? Like, when did I get it? Like, when did I get my accommodation?
Well, first I was asking you about like how you got your account. Like, how'd you find a place to live? Usually for me, I check out Airbnb first because I like to have my own crib. And then you also talked about the fact that you have an Airbnb, you have someone managing it, and you're renting it out. So I would like to know about that too. So first, what did you use, right? Like when you landed in Nairobi, like where'd you sleep? Like how'd you figure that situation out? And then afterwards, how did you get property and now turn that over into an income and renting it out to other people?
Oh, okay. So yeah, I always book my trips in advance. So I usually try to aim, especially in Nairobi, I try to aim for like Kilimani, Kileleshwa, Westlands, like in those areas. And then I just look at the prices, look at what's close by, look to see if it's shops nearby, if it's grocery stores, just basically just regular accommodation, stuff like that. And when it comes to the renting out the Airbnb, mainly it's like I got a brand new place. So they were still actually doing the construction once I had signed the lease. And yeah, it's just basically that, just going around. I had a real estate agent with me. She was taking me to different places just to scope out a few things. And yeah, I just pushed the button on one.
So when you get out here, you use the Airbnb in order to scope it out. Like what platform did you use in order to get the?
In order to find the place I have for my Airbnb.
Well, no. First, right? Like, I mean, are you saying that are you saying you just bought property and then you lived out there? Is that what you're saying? Like, you never even went like to a hotel or anything when you first got there? You just already had property?
I pre-booked my Airbnb like before I even come. Like, in order to get your visa or your ETA, you have to like show them that you'll be staying somewhere. So I always book through Airbnb first.
Got it. So you did use the Airbnb. All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
Let me go to Black Cop. Black Cop, do you have a question for our guests? Or you want to see your spot? Any story you got of Kenya, brother? Fire away, bro.
Yeah, I got a bunch of stories. I would say when it definitely comes to like pre-planning my trip, I do the same thing as far as the Airbnbs. Typically, I'll get a hotel the first night I land there. And one of the hotels I found that was pretty nice was Ma Hotel, MAA Hotel. They're like a 4-star hotel, but really it's close to a 5-star it would be in the US. And it's like, at a decent price, around like 50, $60 US. Beautiful hotel. It's just an easier process of getting a hotel the first night, depending on, the long flights, for me. Then I'll, get an Airbnb. I like to move around a lot because say if I'm out there and I'm just hanging out, I don't want to be in one place too long, and I don't want everybody to know where I'm at, because I have been in situations where the female popped up when she wasn't supposed to. Luckily, a lot of the places that have security, they won't let them up, and they'll tell the girl, listen, you can't go in until he comes down and signs you in, which is really good. And in that particular situation, I had to give the security a tip, because they looked out for me that night. I didn't want to get caught up. um I would say most of it's hot in Nairobi. That's where I've stayed majority of the time I've been out there. Don't expect AC in a lot of the places that you do rent in Nairobi. Like, they'll say on Airbnb that they have AC, but you get there and all they have is a fan. And you'll be lucky if the fan works sometimes. I'm usually in Westlands. It's a nicer area. I stayed in Kilimani a little bit last time I was there, which was back in November. Well, yeah, November of this year. But people are saying that Kilimani is going a little downhill and getting a little overcrowded. But Westlands is still upscale, nice neighborhoods and everything like that.
Okay. Awesome.
Sorry,
Brad. If you have any questions and you can't call in, you must super chat your questions. People on the panel, super chat your questions if you have any questions, or call in if you have questions. Those are the rules for the channel. So go on, James. Oh, before you say anything, James, Sham, we're at 2 hours 30 minutes, brother. Are you okay, Sham? Do you have to go? Let me know, bro. Again, we're working on your time, bro.
No, I'm good for a little bit longer.
Okay, brother. Okay. All right. So fire away, Jam. Sorry, bro.
No, I just noticed you said they don't have AC. Like, is that the first we're hearing about? Like, that's huge. They don't have AC. We're talking about. I mean, it's Africa we're talking about here. So, Sham, can you speak to that? Is that they don't have AC in these properties?
In some properties, yeah, definitely. They definitely have fans though. They either have ceiling fans or they have the floor fans. But I've actually been in places that have had AC, so I haven't really ran into that issue as of yet. But I know it is a common thing. Definitely in Mombasa. When I was in Mombasa, I had to switch my Airbnbs out there because the first place definitely didn't have AC. So yeah, it is a thing out there.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say that mostly a lot of places in Mombasa have AC in their Airbnbs. Nairobi, not so much. The hotels, they have them. I think it's just a little harder to find the places with AC as far as Airbnb when you're in Nairobi. Everybody there is used to the heat, and if you're used to a colder climate, like you're gonna be hot, you're gonna be sweating. So I just prefer to be comfortable while I'm out there. So I'm definitely looking for the AC and the fan. So
Right. And another thing too that you could do is like if you're going through Airbnb, just ask the host like what type of fan do they have? Do they have ceiling fan? Do they have floor fan? Do they have, the AC unit? And then you'll be able to know before you even book the place so you don't be surprised by it.
Awesome. Thank you. James, I see you in the background. Can you turn your camera on so I know you're not a troll for a second with 2, and then turn your camera off? Just want to know you're not a troll. Because we've got 2 James here. I need to make sure that you are a human person. James, you confirm. Salute you, James. Camera off. Turn your camera off. Let me bring in James in the background. What's going on, James? How you doing, bruv?
Hey, what's up, man?
How you doing, man? You good?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. So I've never actually been to Nairobi. I've actually never been to Africa, but I would like to ask some questions though, if that's okay.
Fire away, bro.
So yeah, I want to know what's the healthcare like in Nairobi? Has anyone ever experienced it?
Okay, me personally, I haven't experienced the healthcare in Nairobi, so I can't speak on that.
James, have you experienced it? Black Cop, have you?
well, I would say a little bit. I got my ears cleaned out there. If you have money, you could pretty much get anything done. When it comes to like, there's a bunch of pharmacies all around, and you can get a lot of things over the counter that you couldn't get in other countries. Everything from like diet pills to a lot of things. I would say the healthcare system is decent. It's not bad.
James,
Okay.
what about you, James? Can you contribute to that, James?
I have I've gotten a little bit of healthcare out there. They don't get paid a lot, but they do pretty good. They do take care of you. And people that I know who've been out there a long time, they said they get excellent healthcare out there. And like they really take care of you and they really know their stuff. So I haven't had any problems with that.
Is healthcare expensive though in Kenya, James and Black Cop?
No, sorry. That's it.
Okay, awesome. And any other questions you got? The other James 2, I'll call you.
Yeah, yeah, I do actually. So a lot of times when I see people who've been to Africa who are actually in Africa, they always complain about power going out. Are there places? What parts of Nairobi and Kenya are there no power outages?
Oh, nah, you're going to run into that damn near everywhere you go. Even in the best areas, you'll run into that.
Okay, and do the generators help? Like I know people get generators and stuff, but does that fix the issue, or is that like
It'll fix lights. It'll fix the lights, but a lot of them have like the switch power. So sometimes the power won't be on, but the lights will be on.
Did that turn off the cellular as well? Did that turn off the cellular as well? Like, do you not have cellular when it shuts down as well, or?
You said what? Say it again. I can't hear.
When they lose power, does that turn off cellular service as well, or no?
No, not necessarily. If it's out like in the city or in the certain area that you're in, like with the phone towers, then yeah, it would. But if it's just like in your building specifically, then no, it won't affect your cellular service.
Have you ever experienced the towers, like the cellular towers, shutting down? Have you ever experienced that in your 3 months?
Yeah, I have.
So it's not a good place for IT bros, right? For remote work, I guess. All right.
It wasn't a frequent thing. So I would say it might be a nice place for IT, but nah, it wasn't like a frequent thing out there though.
Awesome. Shout out to my superstar mod, Dark Ronin in the building. Don't sleep on Africa, brothers. Yep, don't sleep on Africa. Even I'm becoming more interested in Africa again. I keep saying it right, but I was in Japan earlier this year. I don't like the way it's headed. It's still my top 10 list. It was number 1. Now it's dropped down. I love the country. I love the woman. However, the direction it's going, I'm a bit concerned. Okay, so I need a backup plan in the other options, and I'm exploring more African women and Africa in general. Okay, again, if you want to hear those streams about my time in Germany, Spain, and Japan, right? Get me to over 100 followers on both Twitch and on Kick. So follow me on those platforms and you will get those live streams. Okay. I have a lot to say about those countries, man. And I will say Spain, Ibiza, Spain. The devil is alive and well in Ibiza, Spain. Okay. So please make sure you go and follow me on that platform. And make sure you also go and follow James. No, not James. Sorry, Sham. Okay. Sham has a YouTube channel. Okay. Go and check out his content. Make sure you subscribe to Jam as well. I have posted Sham's link in the live stream chat. So again, you've got 3 things to do. Follow me on Kick, follow me on Twitch, and make sure you subscribe to Sham's channel. Okay. Got some great content on Kenya and I'm sure Africa in the future as well. Go and support the brother. Like the videos, subscribe to him. Let's get popping, man. Awesome. So thank you, Mr. Black Cop 90. Looking forward to connecting with you. I've got a very interesting stream coming up in the future. Okay, Patreon and YouTube. I won't say it yet, but it's going to shock you, brothers. Okay, I will do my best to give you all the intel you need. Okay, I don't get much benefits from this channel. I care about putting the intel there for black men, the good, the bad, and ugly. So if you can support, if you want to support, please hit the super chat or PayPal donation. Any support is greatly appreciated. I thank you very much. Shout out to JK Perkins for the support. Salute to IP for highlighting Africa. Does Kenya have a large Christian population? Also, is Nairobi walkable? Or do you have to drive for everything? So let's Sham answer that first, and then we'll go to James after to answer that question after. James 1. By the way, Sham.
All right, yeah, it's definitely a large Christian population out there. And you also have a mix of the Muslim influence. So you got that. So you have Christian, you have Muslims. And when it comes to Nairobi being walkable, or if you have to drive everywhere, it just depends on like where you're going and what part of the city you're in. Like if you're in like Westlands, it's walkable, definitely. Kilimani is walkable. Kilauea is walkable. But at the same time, it's just there's pockets. Let me put it like that. There's pockets of apartments that are like in Kilauea that may be further out from like supermarkets. Then you have some that are closer. Same with Westland, same with Kilimani. So yeah.
Awesome, bro. James, number 1, brother. Do you want to say your point there?
As far as locations, I don't know if that matters. I know Kilimani is recognized as one of the nicer areas. And if you go to my page and you will see me talking about an apartment out in Kenya, that particular place that you were looking at is $2,500 to rent a month, and maybe gone up a little bit, but you'll see that on my page. But as far as something else that I didn't mention is when you go around there, you'll see a lot of women wearing the hijabs. They're not unapproachable. I'm gonna leave it there.
Interesting. Okay. Again, we're looking forward to get your full intel on Kenya in next year, bro. Let's get that done for January. James 2, do you have any questions?
Yes. Do you all know anyone, or does anyone here currently or have attended university in Kenya? If so, what is that like?
No. Nah, I haven't.
Okay. I have a follow-up question to that, right? And this is for Sham and James, right? So in my opinion, right, I have my spider senses, right? I don't know any other term to say, right? Rings off when I hear a woman, when I'm talking to a chick, right? And she tells me, hey, I went to university. That's great. You went to university. That's cool. And she tells me, hey, I was on campus for 4 years or 3 years. My senses go into red alarm, okay? Because in my opinion, a woman by herself, her own dorm, right, for 4 or 3 years, I'm worried there. Multiple guys coming in and out every week, and she's smashing those dudes, right? She's getting down with them every week throughout 4 years. That would be a high body count. It's not when women's body counts accumulates drastically when they're on dorm campuses at university, not really when they're coming from home. So I want to ask you this, right, James, number 1, and Sham, right? When you speak to Kenyan women, okay, does he and they've been to university, right? Have they lived on campus? And are you also worried about a campus girl? Because we know in America, if she's been to Arizona University, James, right? And Jam as well. If she's been to, let's say, Texas University and she's on campus, she's getting ran through, man. And I ain't wifing no 3 or 4. So Sham, is that a thing there? And James, in terms of women being on campus there and getting down?
All right, I'll answer that one first. I mean, it just really depends on how the woman was raised. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's no matter if it's in Kenya or America. Like, if a woman has, you know what I'm saying, some substance about herself and she, you know, moves a certain way, then you necessarily don't have to worry about that. And of course, you're gonna have your influences on campus. So I say it's a yes and it's a no thing. It's just, you know, it depends on the woman.
Okay. James, can you chime in on that? My question there?
Sure. The opportunities that a Kenyan woman has does not necessarily change when she goes to a college campus. And if she is a good girl, she's going to probably, more than likely, she'll probably remain that way. It's girls who are 304 become 304s on campus. They were always 304s. They don't just say, "Oh my God, look at all these opportunities." They've always had those opportunities. If they're attractive and they're gorgeous, they can snap their fingers and they'll have a line of Kenyan men willing to sleep with her.
Mm.
It's like that all their lives. Sex is always thrown in their face. That's the life of a Kenyan woman. That's Ghana and Africa, all over Africa. They've always known that if they want it, they can get it. Just snap their fingers and they can get it. So that's really not. That's not gonna. It's not gonna change. It's a mentality and it's a lifestyle that they like to live, and they don't like just. And plus, as far as in the United States, most men on campus do not get laid. Just so you know that. Especially Arizona, where the competition is thick, you actually have more opportunities to sleep with a girl when there's more beautiful women on campus. When there's less, it's harder. That's just because the women's brains are backwards. So don't try to put logic to it. And I know that because I used to work on campus as, like a resident advisor, a special case, which means when women were invaded, our word, or anything of that sort. I was part of a team that investigated that at UConn and Southern Connecticut State University. And let me tell you, most men are not, most men are sexually frustrated and they end up doing stuff like that. They don't get laid. There's a very small pocket of men that sleep with all the women. And that is true on just about every single campus in the United States. 100% backed up statistics on this. 100%.
So, but you're saying that I shouldn't stress out too much about women being on campus?
Absolutely
right?
not.
Okay.
Nope. No. Because if she's a 304, she's just a 304. Kenyan women who are not 304s are not just going to go somewhere and be a 304. They're not going to go to the United States and and just start wilding out. Some of them might. There's a chance. I'm not saying it's fail proof, but we know that there are Kenyan women who are just breathtaking. When they go to the U.S., the opportunities are going to be unbelievably higher. And you want to know what they do? They marry somebody. Just get married. Just like Colombian girls. Colombian women don't automatically come to the United States and become 304s. A lot of people know about that. What do? They get snobby, stuck up, and they go for a dude with a lot of money and then become a wife or a girl, and they'll cheat on them, whatever. I mean, that's just that's just the dance. And Latin dudes will tell you, Latin dudes in the U.S. will tell you, they all know about women coming from the DR in Colombia, coming to the United States, and how those women act when they're absolutely gorgeous. They all know about them because they're the ones who have the best opportunities to them. They got, as far as opportunities and access to them, if they're 100, we're only 20 or 15 or 0. That's when women who come from the DR who are absolutely gorgeous, who are 10s, come to the United States and they get an 11 status until they 304. That's what they do. They get super stuck up, super conceited, and they only have access to the Latin dudes. Why? Because of the language barrier and they're most likely going to move to where that are predominantly Latin neighborhoods, and they covet those girls. They don't let us get access to them. You know how they act when you go to the club, and you see them dudes hanging around, and one of them's the girl who's probably, she's gorgeous. You can't have access to them. You have to beat them all up or kill them. Y'all know what I'm talking about, man. Y'all know. Y'all know.
So James, so how do you spot 304s? Keeping it PG, right? How do you spot 304s in Kenya?
Tight dress, just kind of being around and not really trying to just enjoy her time there. Just kind of looking around and looking for opportunities. No smile, not really just enjoying their time there, carefree and just, just relaxed. Just like that. And when the 304, that's when you know that the 304, it's pretty obvious, because she has to play the part to get what she wants. So she's going to get the guy with her best assets, which is not her brain. And women who are good girls, you're going to look like they really don't care about what's going on in the club, and definitely don't care about you, your GQ, and your VIP, and your bottle. You're going to feel the energy that they really, really don't care. But if you're attractive, I mean, we're talking about human nature here, and I know dudes are like, oh, she gonna show more. Like that's that brainwashing that you had to go through by being in the United States, and it being so low on the totem pole, you get rejected by like everybody, and you go there, and it's like, oh, this girl paying attention to me. Oh, something must be wrong with her. That's insecurity, and that's what you're gonna come with when you go to Kenya. You're gonna have that in your brain because we are brainwashed. White supremacy has brainwashed the absolute curse word that IP don't want me to say out of all of us, everyone. And I mean everyone, the whole planet. That's what Nilly Fuller Jr., if you do not understand racism, how it works, everything else will confuse you. But that's why you come there, and you're going to be surprised by it. So when you see this and you having trouble understanding what you're seeing, that's what it is. So just take it with a grain of salt and know that the 304 is going to have those characteristics about her, and the good girls won't. You're going to know, because she has to play the part. She can't fake like she's a good girl and have you go over there and maybe, because it's going to be too, she's like, it's going to be, it's a demotion to her game. And she doesn't have to do that. She doesn't have to pretend to be a good girl. It's unnecessary.
So when you say tight dress, right, you're saying that the average Kenyan woman doesn't wear a tight dress. It's not a common thing. If it's tight, then that's a 304.
Right. That's a negative. I'm saying that's just one aspect, because a lot of good Kenyan girls don't really dress. Now I want to say like to, but they don't really dress like that. But they do put on a nice curvaceous, because their curves are, we're talking about African women. So their curves are going to look like, but she's, a dress just showing everything and everything, you're going to know. But a lot of times when they do dress like that, they're with their homegirls, and they're still going to have all the energy about them that says she doesn't care about what's going on. She's not looking for who's up on it in the club, who's popping bottles and everything. It's not going to be like that. She's going to be having fun with their friends, doing her own thing, and just chilling. And a good, decent Kenyan girls will not go to no damn nightclub by herself in a fitting outfit to show everything, and just like have a drink and just kind of chilling. Sometimes you will get that with a girl who just got out of a relationship and pretty clueless about what's going on. So if you get that by themselves, you can go here and talk to them and figure out what's going on your own. Ask questions like, what's going on? What are you doing? Where do you work? What you looking for? And she's going to slip up, because she's not going to be seasoned. She's going to look you up and down and start asking you questions to see if you could come up. If you will come up, it won't feel right. It won't feel natural, but she's out of her element in that sense where she's a good girl. And because we get that in the US, a good girl out of a relationship, she's looking for somebody. And last she remembers is going to the nightclub. There's plenty of people looking for dates there. So they go, so you might cross that as well, but she's going to be completely out of her element. And a lot of times you can catch something like that. She turned out to be a hell of a wife. That's just rolling the dice. But for the most part, the 304s will be obvious, and they're not. And a lot of times they're mean. They'll be mean to you. They won't be nice to you. All sweet like a Kenyan girl, they won't be nice to you. But a girl that's straight, they're looking for they just want to get laid. Do what it do. You're there if that's what you're there for. If that's what she's there for. Let's go home. That happens too, But if you're not looking for a 304, you're not looking for a one-night stand, don't go to the clubs. This is that simple.
Yeah, I mean, I do want to. I hate to interrupt, but I do want to say this though. Some of the best game playing 304 like women have looked innocent and do dress innocent. I don't want to. I don't want to look at this from a very naive standpoint or point of view, because some of the most game playing heifers over here have been the most innocent looking. You know what I mean? So I do want to. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to. Because women are women. They do have they be running game. So I just don't. You know what I'm saying? I do want to say that as a word of precaution. Even though I've never been to Kenya, I just don't want to. You know what I'm saying? Have that out in the air. That.
Yeah, I concur with this, man. I concur with him, and I concur with IP also. Like, I'll be honest with you. I mean, here's my assessment on this. Like, granted, I haven't been in Kenya, but I've been to other places. I agree with IP on the whole. Being in university of 4 years, right? That's a red flag. I agree with that, and I also don't agree with the whole if she's she's born 304. Like, I do believe that you are a product of your surroundings, right? It's a reason why people act a certain way when they're around people. You know what I mean? Like. I mean, even myself, right? When I went to college, there's things I've done I never thought I would have done. But you go to college and everyone's doing it. After a while, you succumb to your surroundings, man. So, you can change. Because, for example, I changed, right? I don't do the things I did while I was in college. However, that could also be same for the woman. And you have to also understand there's an incentive for the woman to act right in front of you, because you're probably the best man, right, that she can get that will take her seriously. So, of course, she's going to, put that behind her, So if you have to choose, I'm going to be honest with you, I think it's a red flag. You can ignore it, if everything's all good, it's whatever. But I don't think the whole, her going to college, that don't matter. I think she could just be running game. That's personally what I think. And I think a lot of them do. I've seen even people in my own family do that. Had a fun time in college and none of them run game, act like they never done anything. And I know exactly what they did. I know all the skeletons in their closet.
So, brother, when you were on campus, Jam, right? I assuming you were on campus, right?
Yep.
Were you on campus?
Yep, all 4 years.
All 4 years, right? Brother, did you come across women who were innocent at first, right? And then they became 304s at the end of the 4 years, but you heard that, okay, she did that, she ran for the football team. I didn't really get that from her in the first term of the first year. Was that quite common across women in your course?
If you remember my Indian stream I did with you, right, a while back, there was one in particular I was talking about, right? One of the two versions I've been with, right? It's one that to this day I still regret. But she was one of them, right? Where I came back and she became a, you know what I mean? And she became I got her very early. I got her freshman year. Right, knew her from it was my freshman year. Her sister was a senior, and then I met her sister, who was still a junior in high school at the time. Now, I never talked to her, just quiet girl. I was a freshman. We just did a group project, whatever. But then when she went to college, right, I was a junior, and she became a freshman because she was 2 years younger than me. Right, she hit me up on Facebook because she knew of me. Right, she wanted cool all stuff. And I was that dude in college. I'm gonna be honest. So she hit me up. Right, for the cloud and all that stuff, and that's where I met her friend. Right, her friend, very good girl, never been touching me. It took me 5 weeks just to kiss the chick. You know what I mean? Now I was the one who took her. I took her V card, and I could tell she was completely straight up. Never even I'm pretty sure I was the first kiss everything. I never asked about that. I know it was her first, man inside her, but I'm pretty sure I was her first kiss, I was first everything. But then, like I said, I was a bit on my pookie days, you know what I mean? Like when you go to college, and this is what James is right about this, right? If you're one of the dudes in college that, you get all the girls, you're gonna get every single one of them, bro. So for me, it was tough for me to I really should have, I look back and I'm like, yo, if I got with her, could I build an empire? Like, what could I have done? Because she was in IT as well. She codes as well, like I do. You know, got better. She actually made more money than me coming out of college. So I'm starting out, and she was a very loyal, very good girl. You can go back to my IP sheet and you'll see it. But yeah, didn't talk for her after like a year or so. She hits me up. Actually, she didn't hit me up. Her friend hits me up on Facebook, and I don't talk to her regularly. So I'm trying to figure out why she hit me up. And it's because she used her friend as a proxy to get back to me. But when she got back to me, completely different chick. You know what I mean? Completely different. She was no longer that sweet, innocent, none of that stuff. You know what I mean? And so this is what I mean when I say that, university can change you. Because I'm telling you right now, if this girl did not go to university, she would not be like this. She was a product of her surroundings. You know, that's just really the truth of it. So when they say, oh, once, 3 or 4, you're born at 3 or 4. No, man. Nah, I know for a fact if I didn't go to university and I wasn't around these surroundings, because I was pretty strong-willed. Maybe not strong enough. There are people who can do that and they're just super strong. Usually those people are very religiously, like they have a strong religious convictions. Usually that's what it is. You know what I mean? If they don't have that, it's going to be very hard for you to stay strong the entire time, especially when you can indulge in those vices, and you're being rewarded for doing so. So she was a very strong woman, right? But, she was around the wrong crowd. It took around till her senior year, so it wasn't like she, became a 3 or 4 since she got into college, but eventually it happened. And so this is what I mean when I say I agree with you, IP, in the sense that if a girl goes to university, right, that is a red flag, especially if she dorms it. Now she commutes, right? That's a lesser, deal. I mean, that's still a little bit of a red flag to me. I'd rather just have my girl. I'm low key like, I might look into the Amish. I mean, that's kind of how I see it. But yeah, them going to the university for 4 years, that is definitely like a red flag. And she's not gonna tell you what she did. I mean, they know what she wants. It's like you dealing with a chick and you telling you got other women. Right. You know what I mean? Now you should tell them that, but we know a lot of men don't, because they know that we know that if you do and you tell the truth, she might not be down for that. So a lot of men don't do that. The right thing to do is to tell them. Just like the right thing for her to do is to tell you her history. But she likes you. She wants to keep you around. She knows if she tells you that you ain't going to stay, or you're not going to look at her the same way you did before, she's not going to tell you that. So there's just certain things that you as a man, right, just got to know in the back pocket. She tells you she's done this, she's experienced this, things like that. You got to know, right? Look, in my opinion, I'd rather trust my gut and be wrong, right, than not trust my gut and be proven right. So that's yeah. So I agree with you wholeheartedly. That's my 2 cents on that.
So I know you're abroad, Jam, right? I want to know. So I think you're currently dating a chick, right? Has she been to university? Was she on campus? If she was at university, brother?
No, she didn't go to university. No, she only did high school. She didn't go to university. Yeah, she's 19 right now. She's chilling here. She's just chilling right now, working at a pharmacy.
Fantastic. Black chick or white chick?
She's what you call mulatto. So,
how did you find that, bro? Was that a app or you cold approached?
Cold approach, bro. Cold approach out here. Went to one of the favelas, man.
Yo, you're still in Rio?
Say it again. Yeah, I'm still in Rio. I'm in Rio, bro. I've been in Rio for like all your streams. Yeah, I'll be in Rio until after Carnival, and then I'm good. That's why. Oh, by the way, I was gonna say that as no, I'll wait until the closing statements to say it. But yeah, I'm still in Rio.
And that's what I want, right? Like number one, right? Personally, I don't want to spend at university, and obviously James, Sham, other James, you can push back, right? But I don't want to check out that's been at university. Now, if she's been at university, that's cool, but I'd rather she commuted from home, because she's parents will expect to be home at a certain time. Too late, they'll be worrying. Now, if she's on campus, right, like literally, I don't care if she's Japanese, Korean, American, Kenyan. If she's on campus 4 years, like I'd be very worried there. I'd be very worried. Like, and that's why I'm trying to avoid a campus university chick, right? That's one thing that that really bugs me. Sham, do you agree or disagree there, bro?
Honestly, bro, it just depends. Like I said before, it depends on her upbringing. That's really what determines, at least in my mind, on how I like to gauge a woman. Like whether she's on campus or if she's commuting, is do you have those strong values from your father? Was the father there? Do you have a solid, family background? So that's just how I look at it. But I do want to tell you a couple stories real quick about some of these women in Nairobi, Kenya, bro.
All right, fire away.
sometimes you gotta watch the ones you claim that are yours, bro, because they hey. I'm trying to keep it PG on your stream, bro, but I've had circumstances, situations with a couple women at a time, and 9 times out of 10 they got a man that's calling them, texting them, oh babe, I'm just out with the girls, blah blah blah, and all this and that, and lying to the man. And I'm like, yo, it's like that out here too. Crazy.
But yeah, see that, and that's what I was saying, and that's just how it is. Because if you're just you're just a foreigner coming to the country, they're just gonna be like that towards somebody who they think they just what I'm saying, because you're a hot commodity in that foreign country. So that's what I was saying. That's the running game. Of
Right.
course, they're gonna be like that when somebody come around who they think is more valuable. You see what I'm saying?
Right, and that's what I'm saying too, bro. So it's like, and then when you leave, ain't no telling who's coming in. So you got to do your due diligence on who you dealing with out there, bro. But I
So
say,
yeah, I'm glad you said that.
yeah, but I say that's for any woman, bro. It doesn't matter, like if it's in Kenya, if it's in America, women gonna be women, bro. That's my philosophy on life when it comes to that. Women will be women. If they find a better deal, then they going after that.
So would you say that, women in Kenya have a lot of guy friends, brother? Women that you've dealt with, or the women you're currently seeing as Kenyan, does she have guy friends?
Nah, not the ones I deal with. Nah, I lay the law down. Nah, no sir.
Okay. And brother, you actually told it explicitly, the woman that you deal with, no guy friends, and they listen to you. Did they push back?
Nah, it was a mutual understanding from the get-go.
And do they expect you not to have any female friends, or they didn't care about that? They didn't.
Well, my situation is it's a little different. You know about it, IP. I don't want to get too graphic on the stream, but yeah, they cool with me having female friends.
Awesome, bro. And brother, what about girls trips, right? Is that also a problem with Kenyan women? We know women who go on girls trips. Obviously, UK. If she's going to Ibiza, if she's going to Ayanapa, okay, but it's over, because I know what happens in Ibiza, Ayanapa with your female friends. You're getting ran through. Don't come near my house anymore. So is that the same case in Kenya? Is girls trips a thing abroad, other places in the country?
Okay, so a red flag of mine for a Kenyan woman would be if you have a passport and if it's stamped multiple times. That's a big red flag in my opinion. Now, when it comes to the girls trip thing, like if it's inside the country, like maybe to Mombasa if she's from Nairobi, or maybe to Nairobi if she's from Mombasa, then it's like, that's not too much of a, a red flag in my mind. But if you're going to like Tanzania, Rwanda, Uganda, different countries, or going to like Dubai. I know a lot of Kenyan women that have been to Dubai and getting treated crazy. I'm talking about, bro, getting like IP, I don't want to man, you know.
You talking about voluntarily, like going over there just for that reason, or are they just going over there on accident just to find out?
Sponsors and stuff, like flying them out.
Okay. I got you.
And then they having their way with them, doing whatever,
They doing them dirty, man.
Having their 8-9-year-old sons. Crazy stuff.
We got to eat that out, bro. We got to eat that out, man, Jam. So let me ask this, brother, right? So in terms of her having multiple stamps, right? You're saying if she travels too much around the world, that's a red flag. Okay.
Yeah, because if you really think about it, it's like, okay, if they're making what $200-300 a month, how are you affording this plane ticket here? How are you doing this? How are you funding this lifestyle? That's what you just gotta put that into mind.
This is good, man. This is good intel. This is just tough, man. Like flipping heck, yeah. Brothers need to vet women very well, man. Because like a brother said, you don't want to get married twice, go through a divorce, because it's hell. It's deep out here. Did you want to say something, Jam? James 1?
Oh, never mind. I thought you meant me.
No, okay. I was just gonna second what they said. You know what I mean, about the whole woman or women thing. That's why I think you gotta live in these places. You can't just be staying here, because if you stay here, right, your girl's gonna tell you whatever you want to hear, right? If she knows you're gonna be gone, bro, like, just in my opinion, just look at it as a vacation. You just chill with the chick, you know what I mean? Because if she know you're gonna be gone, bro, like, you know what I mean? You have to understand these girls, right? Ultimately, they want long-term relations, they want commitment, and for you, you're just to come up for them at the time. So they might have another man that they know that they can have a long-term relationship with, and then you're just way more valuable, so they'll be with you in the time being until you dip. You know what I mean? But if you were willing to stay here, then, she had another man, she probably would just drop him for you. Not saying you would want that, but I'm saying, like, if you want to get an actual relationship, right, you need to be willing to stay here. So, like, when I was here, this is when I met IP, where I was like, we might need to update that Brazil stream. Because when I was first in Brazil, and I didn't speak the language, and I was just here for vacation for a bit, like, you're just going to get different treatment than when you live here, when they know, oh, okay, this man's going to be here, he got his visa, he's going to stay here for a while, like, we can actually potentially do something out here. So that's why I think, I think actually, it's funny. Your brother Romel, right? He just said that the other day about, just let the girls know, even if you ain't going to stay here, let them know that you're going to be here, because you just get treated better, right? If she thinks that something long-term can spring out of this. If she knows you're going back, I mean, for all she knows, you're just here for vacation and she'll never see you again, So, but that was just getting what I was saying about the whole, like, them acting a certain way. Because if they're saying you're the high value dude, you know what I mean, in that situation. So it's like if an American ABW meets Chris Brown, she can tell Chris Brown whatever he wants to hear to try to be around him, right? So in that situation, you or him. So it's like you can't just be going based off, she acts nice, she does this, she does that, dude. Like you could change your whole life if you decide to take her seriously. So she got a lot to lose. So of course you're going to act a certain way, if they're smart.
Right.
So
right.
yeah. So anyone was saying that the red flags that you're saying, they apply, right? They apply less so, where you could be more stringent. Obviously, everything, discernment, right? Do your own judgment, but they still apply. If they, all the red flags you had, and the man who talked about the passport thing, right? The stamps, absolute facts, smart brother, right? How are they funding that? Obviously that means that they're getting off another man's dime, but all the typical stuff, right? Because we don't like girls traveling in the U.S. either, right? They travel a lot and they making American money. Right, and we think that's a red flag. So imagine over there. So I mean, all the red flags apply. Is what I would say.
So a quick question, man. Where are you from, by the way?
Mad places, bro. But I claim New York.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Which city in the U.S. is closely related to Nairobi? Like, which city can you describe it as? What city is it more similar to?
I've never been to Nairobi. That's a Sam question. Sam, go ahead.
Honestly, I would say none really relate, but Little Haiti in Miami would probably be the closest in America. But I'll say maybe like Jamaica is a similar vibe. But it's a similar vibe to Mombasa, not a similar vibe to Nairobi. See, Nairobi kind of has like a New York / like Los Angeles feel in a way. Because I used to live in Los Angeles at a point. So it has that New York like busyness. Like it's a lot of people out. And they're out like all day, 24 hours a day. Somebody's
in
like,
Nairobi?
Yeah.
In Nairobi?
Yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. So it's busy.
Yeah, definitely busy.
Is there a lot to do though? So like I've been in New York, and you know how like in New York, there's literally so much to do, and the things that you can do are so nuanced. Is it like that in Nairobi?
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff to do in Nairobi. Absolutely.
Okay. I got to end this. Okay. Sorry, man. Sorry, bro. It's 3 hours, man. It's 4 a.m. I got to get. I'm out of batteries, man. All right. So let's go for closing statements. Okay. Let me really super chat over here. Shout out to BMI 3000 Reloaded for the support. Kenya is an ideal place for black men to detox from the pathogens from the West. Travel to Kenya and get your mind right. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Thank you, bro. BMI 3000. If you've been to Kenya, hit me up on IG. We'll get you on the channel for an interview. So, James, do you have any closing statements, brother, or question? One question or one statement? James.
Which James?
James.
Which one?
You.
No. I was just saying, like, hey, I thank you for having me on the show. This did give me a better insight on Kenya. Thank you all for your consideration and your help. I'm gonna see y'all later. All right.
Thank you, bro. Peace out, James. Too. Thank you, brother. Mr. James 1. Any last question or statement?
Yeah, I'll make a statement. I disagree with the passport thing, with the stamps. There's plenty of decent girls who travel. I understand what y'all trying to say about that, but Every single woman in Kenya with enough money to travel like that, it travels. All of them, if they have the money to do it, they're going to travel. And one of their favorite places to travel to is the United States, and they like to go to places like New York, Atlanta, Las Vegas, and LA. LA and New York are the two favorites. Atlanta's up there too. I would say LA and Atlanta. They hit up a lot. But I understand what y'all saying about that. But Kenya is definitely a really dope place to go. And it has something for everybody. If you want to be a 304 chaser, they got it for you. If you want to live a decent life, I know people out there. I know real estate agents. You can get amazing apartments and amazing views. I know a guy out there who has an apartment and goes for $3,000 a month, but he's living as if it was $10,000 a month. And I'm not kidding you. So it's all about what you want, though. If you look for it, if you look for the garbage, you're going to find it.
Thank you, James. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you very much. Mr. Jam, do you have any closing statements?
Yeah, man, classic stream. In regards to the comments earlier, I would say she traveling, bro. We splitting half the bill. That's all I'm saying. She got the money for it. But no, but no, but what I wanted to say was, like I said, classic stream. But I peeped from what I checked. I mean, I don't know if my internet's bad, right? But from what I checked, you got over 100 followers in Kick and Twitch. So, right, I'm gonna need those streams, bro. It's starting with Japan first, right? You said you want to get it done before the end of the year. End of the year is coming up real soon, and I need that Japanese intel, especially because bro, your first Japanese intel when you first went there, right? That's a classic stream. I've seen that 2-3 times already. You know what I mean? I know all about that. You were like giddy, like like you just had a newborn son or something. You know what I mean? You loved it. So like to hear, this type of a dissension this quickly in about a year and a half. Yeah, this kind of gets to my point earlier where I was saying that people's influences, it matters, right? You want to say, oh, she's a good girl, like she could be a good girl and then get influenced to be bad. Because I mean, if a whole country can change because they finally started letting foreigners in, and now Japan has changed for the worse, just for the small percentage of foreigners, I think it's like 2-3%. Then I mean, this kind of just get what I'm saying earlier. But anyway, you got the 100+ followers now on both things. I mean, unless my internet's wrong, I see 103 and 106. So I mean, I want to see that stream. I really want to hear about that, especially because I plan on going. I already told you before. I plan on going to Japan right next year, right? During cherry blossom season around April. So I'm learning Japanese. So I'm gonna need that intel, right? So you can help me out. But yeah, that's it. Thank you for another classic live stream.
Thank you, Jem. Appreciate you both. Thank you so very much. Mr. Sham, classic live stream, brother. I want to say thank you, but any last statements here, Sham, before you go?
All right, my last statements, man. IP, I've been rocking with you since like 2021, 2022. I really appreciate you for having me on the live stream today. Definitely going to be chiming in on some more panels and stuff when you have, interesting topics and stuff, which you always do, of course. But yeah, man, I definitely thank you for having me today. And I just want to give a quick little word of advice for any Black man, whether that be in America or the UK or Canada, wherever. Man, go where you are celebrated and not just, tolerated. You get me? Like if you feel like you're stuck in America or stuck in the UK, stuck somewhere, then, just take that trip, take that chance, take that step, and just, live a better way, of living, or have a better way of living, find a better way of living. Damn, I can't speak right now. It's been 3 hours. But but yeah, man. I just want to thank you once again, IP, for having me on. Sham Goes Global got the best YouTube channel on YouTube. Y'all go check that out. Go subscribe to that. Got a lot of lit stuff coming soon for y'all. And yeah, thank you.
Awesome, man. Yeah, brothers, go and subscribe to Sham Goes Global YouTube channel. Please do so. Check out the Patreon too. I got a very explicit X-rated intel talk on Kenyan women on the Patreon. Check out to see how freaky Kenyan women are in the bedroom. Okay, and get me to over 100 followers on Kick and Twitch, and you will get Germany, you will get Japan, and you will get the Spain live streams. Okay, IT Consultations, hit me up. Okay. Via the Calendly link below in the description box for IT guidance, IT support, and hit the PayPal after the streams if you want to support the movement and what I've been doing for the past 10 years. I've been sharing this travel intel for brothers, and we have a lot of work to do. But guess what? I will see you brothers on the next video. Look after